thing about Jaden Reed, and Jaden Reed's he's a cool player. But if I'm gonna get a small guy, I'm getting Tank Dell or I'm getting Josh Downs.
Yep.
I'm getting one of those two guys. You know what I mean? I think or Marvin Mims. I think there's better smaller dudes right now. But hey, team suck at drafting, and we need picks like this. You know what I mean? We need picks like this to move guys down. So
we 5 picks away, guys.
Well, Green Bay is just not getting this right, boy. They get Luke Van Ness and Jaden Reed, boy. Just Green Bay. I mean, they got Musgrave too, but shit.
Double checking here. I think we are good to go over here on A to Z Sports Dallas, both Facebook and YouTube. But we got a nice little special little something. You gotta put a pause to go to the radio.
All right, put
a pause.
All right, y'all. We back here on the
Hey man, shout out to y'all. We got a special one here over here on A to Z Sports Dallas. Shout out to the YouTube channel as well. Vosh Lombardi with us, Puss the King. We kind of just threw together a draft day super special situation, man, because
a family affair.
Why not? We got the fam here. We having a good time. We breaking this thing down. So it's a little bit different. But we here, we live. Let's get this thing kicked off, man.
Sky, long as the homework get done and we get at least a 70, it don't matter. You feel me?
Facts.
70 is C's get degrees.
See what they say? The C students end up running the company.
Yeah.
The A students do all the work.
Hey man, appreciate everybody over on the A to Z side. Appreciate everybody over here on the my side and the over here. And hey man, appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's get busy.
So Voch, a player that you just
Dolphins are picking at the 51st pick.
Just drafted Cam Smith.
Cam Smith just came on the board right here.
Yeah, and that's a player that you just mentioned. But again, you're pushing good players back.
Yes.
So it looks like if I'm doing my math correctly, okay, we are at
salute Trey.
Seattle's on the. So we got 1, 2. So we got 6 picks.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle's on the board. Seattle's absolutely killing the draft, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Best available. Hendon Hooker's still sitting there. Obviously, that's not the pick.
Yeah,
Stevenson, Osiris Torrance, John Michael Smith, Jalen Hyde is a player that I'm really looking at. DeJuan Jones, your guy. Tucker Kraft, if you want to talk that, that's fine.
Washington's still on the board.
It gotta be Drew Sanders though, right?
And Zach Charbonnet.
I think
those are my guys right there in that range.
I think we got to go back to what you were saying earlier, though. While I was kind of getting all this together, like Osiris Torrance, I know, Voch, I know, but I would imagine he's probably high on their board at this point.
Yeah.
But how? Yeah. Who is he? Who is he above? Who is he not above?
I'm gonna be very happy. Voch can sit there and frown. I'm gonna be happy, Sky, because you're gonna get him. You're gonna get him in the room.
I would not be upset.
I don't think
Osiris, bro.
I don't think Osiris. I just don't think. If you get him in the third, we can talk.
Voch Lombardi.
If you get him in the third, we could talk, man. But Osiris, not John Michael Smith. At least John Michael Smith gives me the safety of center in the future. You know, at least that.
Okay, Zach Charbonnet is off the board to Seattle.
Oh, 1-2 punch with Walker.
That's so strange. That's okay.
That's strange. That's kind of the same type of runner.
Same kind of guy.
I don't think so. Walker got the explosiveness, no?
He does. No, Walker does.
But Walker is he's a tough runner though. He's a tough runner though. If it's anything, I think they'll try to get like a Tajay Spears type of guy. But
that's one. Yeah.
Well,
you call well. To be fair, but you call Charbonnet coming off around this range. Maybe Dallas. Maybe so.
So they lose.
Now watch Smith's here, guys. Not to cut you off to Chicago. Just watch a lineman here because they have to rebuild that line. Like they could double down. They went. Who did they go first round?
For those who are jumping in over here, A to Z Sports Dallas. If y'all don't see at this moment, we got the legendary Vosh Lombardi and Fuster King joining us. And we are talking offensive line. I think we all in agreement, right? Like we want to go O line.
Yep.
Yes.
And those that
guard or tackle for me. Guard tackle.
Okay, those that went off the board, Cody Mauch.
Yeah. Cody Mauch is gone. The
list is still available.
And Bergeron.
Mauch, Bergeron, Avila, and Tippmann from Wisconsin have gone. So now we're looking at DeJuan Jones at tackle, but we don't know if that's going to be a thing. Osiris Torrance is a guard. John Michael Smith is a guard / center. Chandler Zavala in the next round, maybe. That's a conversation we can have. And y'all know Antonio Mafia is a dude that I will get arrested for.
So we need to watch Chicago here, guys, because
And then there's Voorhees just hanging around that we don't know what's gonna happen
Mike's
with
too
him.
low over here. I got you. It is low.
They went Darnell Wright first round.
Mm-hmm.
That Chicago line
I
is
noticed it was
awful.
low. My bad, John.
So now they need to get, maybe do they go guard here? Have Wright be your right tackle, and do they go guard or
Osiris
interior?
Torrance? They should take Osiris Torrance and double up on interior guys.
He's terrible, man.
That's what they ought to do.
Real quick, so I gotta pull both. I have two tabs for these back and forth for getting on my nerves. If we can get to 55 and none of the tackle to guard types, none of the center to guard types, none of the guards get taken, I think Dallas will be fine. I think they'll be fine.
We will have many options. Sure. We will have many.
You got to survive these next 3 picks, though.
Yeah.
And we got Bears, Chargers.
Yeah, O-line teams, right?
Detroit, Jacksonville, Giants.
Well, can I just say this about Osiris Torrance?
Detroit
Everybody from the DMV is extremely upset that Washington didn't go Torrance. That can mean 2 things. That can mean that he's falling and teams aren't grading him a certain way.
What if
or
Torrance just ain't good though, Fuzz? What if Torrance is just not good and he's just gonna fall?
Then I'm wrong. But they need O-line help. They need Washington needs O-line help.
Dallas does too, but I don't want to live in this world where we take Osiris Torrance over a guy like Drew Sanders or Jalen Hyatt. That's not gonna make me.
So you're narrowing in on those 2 players, Botch.
If I had to pick 3 guys, just pick anybody that's Cowboy eligible right now. It's John Michael for me. Drew, I know they like Drew Sanders. I know they like Drew Sanders.
Drew might be the top here.
I know they like Darnell Washington also. I'm not big on tight end, but I know they like him. Corner, we may pass on corner this round. No edge guys. Jalen Hyatt was a guy that we talked to. Mike McCarthy likes guys like Cedric Tillman, the bigger X receivers. So I think those are the options right now.
So if you draft Drew Sanders, you've now made your defense incredible.
Teflon, bro. Teflon. And Dak just
going. I'm not mad at playing that type of football.
Yeah.
Botch.
Yeah.
Like, remember what I said? Like, I think we kind of have to rethink the Dallas Cowboys. The best player on your team is 11.
Yeah.
So are we
build around 11?
Are we BPA? So in the second round, are we sticking to that, or are we trying to do BPA?
You a 12-win team, Sky. You kind of have the luxury.
I think it's 5 guys.
No, I'm asking y'all. Like right now, where we're sitting at, are we sticking BPA here, or are we going to try to BPA per need?
BPA
per need, because I think if the best corner is there, I don't think we're gonna take the corner over a guard that we need or a linebacker that we need.
So now let's make this tough on you, Vach. If you do get if John Michael Schmitz gets peeled here, if you're not big on Torrance anyway, but let's say Torrance gets peeled, would you reach for Zavala?
Why though? We gotta have that conversation one of these days.
Well, I'm just saying, if he gets peeled, would you reach for Zavala here?
I'm not reaching for Zavala in the second round. No, okay. I would rather have Mafi. I would rather just air quote because I love Mafi. Mafi's a whatever.
Right. You probably take Mafi right here.
I will air quote reach for Mafi in the third before I reach for Zavala in the second. You know, Zavala's not a second round guy. I can get Zavala in the fourth. I would rather take who's this kid? I would rather take Mafi early because I know Mafi may not get back around to him at the end of the fourth. If I know I like Mafi and Mafi is a 30 visit for the Cowboys, I'd rather take Mafi than to hope.
They're gonna have a hard time. If Schmitz,
but guys, this is why we do it, baby. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm excited. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah. Borderline. Who's the next pick? Because if they don't touch any of these guards, you could probably pick up another 4th round pick by just trading down a little bit. If you can trade,
I haven't got the pick, but I think this is alignment for the Bears.
Who they picking? They
went right. They went Darnell Wright.
Back-to-back linemen.
Why not? They brought in DJ Moore.
They got DJ Moore. They got a guard already over there from Oklahoma State a couple years ago.
Okay, so whoa, we're good. Javon Dexter is off the board.
D tackle.
Didn't see that coming.
He is not good enough to go right here. But whatever.
Not right here, Vach, but I'm cool.
Hold up, though.
Push him back.
Hold up, though.
Go ahead, Will.
Why would you not just take Jalen Carter yesterday at number 9? Because you took a defensive tackle the very next day.
Enter Vach Lombardi, team suck at drafting, bro.
Yeah, team's pretty terrible.
Teams suck at drafting.
Team.
No logic behind it. I agree with you, Scott. No logic. There's no way you tell me you wanted a tackle, but
take
you
Carter.
pass on. Yeah.
You know what? Maybe because they want it right. But I wonder if they were like, look, we don't think a guy like DeJuan Jones, because they could have got Carter and DeJuan Jones, y'all. Play this game. Carter and DeJuan combo, or Wright and Dexter combo.
Man,
Carter and DeJuan for sure. That's
we 4 picks away. The Chargers pick is in off the early.
Yeah, Javon Dex is way in the back of the pages. This shit. Javon,
this is good for Dallas though. If guard is the position, because they get really weird in the second round. Let's talk about some character guys, because this is that round. This is that boss man fat round. That's what I'm about to start calling it.
Also, though, Will Steele, Mozzie Smith is gun under the seat guy. So you know how excited I was, when I found out he had a gun charge.
He is, but he's more like Vach gun under the seat. Like he's legal gun under the seat.
He's Second Amendment advocate. He ain't out here sliding gun under the seat guy.
Right. He ain't. I don't want you, but this boss man fat round. Is there any of those on the board here?
Injury guys.
Was it?
Voorhees, maybe.
Voorhees. There you go.
Who got warts?
And you know what? I shouldn't say boss man fat and use Voorhees. That's not what I meant. Y'all know what I meant.
Yeah.
But warts. There you go. That's the word he used. Warts.
That's the word Jerry Jones used.
They love to do that here.
Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker right here. Can we talk about that? Hendon Hooker right here, 58. Can we talk about that?
We can.
Is that a real life conversation right now?
Not for me, but
not for me.
Not for Sky, but if you want to use him as trade bait,
it's going to take some years to do that, but
yeah, that's true.
Are they in position though to pass on a guard? I mean, although the
whoa, this is strange.
Let's see.
Whoa,
let's see what they took.
Let's see. Hold on.
Chargers are picking.
Whoa, I wouldn't have did that. The people are different in this second and third round. I'm with y'all. I would have went O-line if I'm the Chargers. But
they want edge.
Yeah, they want edge. He's a nice player. He's a nice player. But that USC defense was awful. Good, like I couldn't find anybody on that USC defense that was draftable.
Oh my!
Go watch the Tarjay Spears film. He made the whole defense look terrible.
Tajay, Dalton Kincaid, everybody got highlight tapes versus USC. UCLA. Yeah.
That's a weird one there. And I like the player, Vach.
I don't like,
but
the
not
Chiefs
right here.
Have traded up, yo.
The Chiefs traded. They moved up to
I don't know.
To get in front
look,
of
they said y'all ain't gonna get us again, Dallas.
Yeah, they probably tried to talk to Dallas.
Jalen Hyatt right here, y'all think wide receiver help?
Oh my goodness, Jalen Hyatt
or some wide receiver, just some. That'll be trash if that dude went to go. That'll be so trash if Pat and them had. Jeez, man,
who did they get last night? I forget what they got at the end of the draft.
Last night they got a defensive player. They got
Browns.
You got
they got your boy from Kansas State, Felix.
Yeah, Felix. Who just went? Tuipulotu.
Tuipulotu. Yeah, what you got on Tuipulotu?
Yeah, he's a guy that's relying on physical talents, but he's not a guy that's physically talented enough to rely on that. You know what I mean? He's not a nuanced player. He's not a super technical guy. He's a get up field and run down the middle of you dude. And if he was more physically talented, that may work for him, but he's not, so it don't. So I think that's a bit high to be taking him right here, but that's their business.
The pick is in too, so obviously they're not trading up to play around. They know who they want.
That they want, yeah.
Let's see, best available for them. Oh, another name that I heard earlier. I think it was in a position. Probably maybe we should be talking about. Let me go look at some of these names. Kendre Miller was a name that Archer threw around this morning.
Running back TCU. So look, I was just about to bring up the whole Todd Archer list, but man, dog, big media been wrong all month. So I don't know what to think about that list. But it is a list.
But Archer did mention Mozzie yesterday. But see, this is what they do. I think there are, and I'm just speculating. I think there are certain media guys. Remember when we were down there? I think there's certain people that they a little bit closer to, and some they kind of feed the where it comes later, and that they don't really, they don't want to give them all the real stuff. But if you notice Archer won't say one or two names. Archer will throw like 5-6 names in there, but The name is in there.
Yeah, one
the
of them
name is in there. You just kind of gotta weed through it. But I wouldn't do Kendre Miller here. There's just too many backs.
Yeah,
too many backs, bro.
And backs really not coming off the board right now. So those dudes, running backs left available is A-Chain.
All of them.
All of them basically.
They all.
Yeah. So we ain't got to run down them. I mean, everybody except Charbonnet, Gibbs, and Robinson. So there you go. Geez, man, Cowboys having this conversation right now. I looked over in the chat. I don't like being looking over in the chat like that. But somebody said that Dan Quinn was in the room. I don't know for sure.
Dan Quinn's in the room.
That's just what somebody in the comments. You know you can't trust these hooligans over here.
I would have pulled up. Am I still low, y'all? Check. I would have pulled up the war room or whatever, but they go in and out with audio, so it's pointless to kind of to have them up. But maybe I should to see, because that's how you can get an indication.
Yeah.
On who might be around.
I saw another person said that Dan was in the room. So hey, if Dan's in the room, then I feel solid. Yeah, because man, we know they and with the whole idea of this Will McDonald thing that didn't work out is that they were going to use him all over like Parsons. Well, Drew Sanders is the other guy that can do that. You know, he's another guy that can move all over your defensive front like Micah Parsons can. So, if we miss out on McDonald, then Drew Sanders would be a good guy to, do what, Dan was going to do there. Plus, you got two linebackers that got neck issues right now. Yeah. So in real life, Drew Sanders is probably the smarter pick.
Linebacker is very similar, but on a little bit of a lesser scale to defensive tackle, where you can go line up and play, but the future is not there, and it's a lot of question marks that surround said players that are out there. Yeah. Where defensive tackle, you needed a guy. They're going to rotate. Linebackers, you're probably only going to play 3 on any given day. Right. But still, LVE's not a guy you count on long term. We're hoping Jabril Cox can turn into something. I am high on Clark. I'm not going to lie to you. So it ain't really Clark that I'm tripping about. Sure. But LVE and what's behind that and the health and all that, that makes me a little bit nervous. So Drew Sanders, 58. Sign me up.
That's a hell of a man. That's a hell of a pick, bro. That's a hell of a pick. Let's see what Kansas City did here.
I'm still working on my audio, squad. If it's still too low, let me know. I'll pick in the chat.
I'm getting it clean, Sky.
Well, that's through
you get me clean through here, but I got it. I had to finesse it a little bit, so we'll make sure the viewers can hear me properly.
It's about the viewers.
Man, F them viewers.
I'm on commercial over here. Anybody get the pick yet? Oh, never mind. We back.
All right, so we back on we back on the A-Z side.
We back.
Oh, okay. Commercial on the thing.
Yeah, commercial on the Chief selection is in.
Somebody said clean audio on there, and Sky. So I don't know.
All right, perfect.
Foots, they were saying that Dan Quinn is in the war room. We don't know what's the case, but then.
But this can't be defensive end or obviously no defensive tackle, no corner, right? Like we're not thinking corner here.
I haven't heard anything from a corner coming from like obviously, they ain't even really.
Wait a minute.
Rasheed Rice
for the Chiefs.
Yeah,
so it is
somebody who I really like.
That is interesting.
How they trade up for?
That is.
You know why they traded up for
they lost
Rice?
Juju.
They lost Juju. Lost Juju.
Ex-receiver.
He is the premier possession guy in this draft to me. I watched him destroy Maryland, and Deonte Banks was on that defense, and they couldn't stop him. He's the true possession guy. And you marry him with him and Tillman are the true possession X's in this draft.
And maybe, just maybe, Andy Reid's like, look, the speed aspect, I can get you some speed in the 4th, 5th round, whatever. I need me a guy that I can throw that rock to 8 times a game and he'll catch those tough passes across the middle, because Juju gets a lot of flack, but he was clutch for them. He was making some clutch grabs and clutch moments, and they don't have that no more. MVS is not clutch, and he's their deep threat guy. And if teams are going to target Travis Kelce, who's going to be that guy for Pat Mahomes over the next couple of years? And one thing I know about Andy Reid, he'll find you speed later and know how to use it. He's the opposite of Kellen Moore.
I see people talking about Osiris Torrance on Twitter, and it's just making me sick.
Don't go on Twitter, bro.
Get off Twitter. You better use.
But real quick, back to if Dan Quinn's in the room, and I was talking about DBs. Remember, Tariq Stevenson was a 30 visit,
and that's your guy, Sky.
I like him. But
Stevenson just went to the Bears, as you said.
Well, as soon as I say that, there you go.
Hey, can everybody give me their guy right here just before it gets crazy?
Drew Sanders for me.
Drew Sanders defensively.
No, just your guy. Hey, offense or defense guy? Who's your guy?
I mean, shit, dog. DeJuan Jones, John Michael here. You know what I mean? So
John Michael Schmitz.
John Michael Schmitz would be my guy.
I'll give you.
Pick. Here now, this might be. Let's see.
I'll give you 5 names.
The Bears had that other pick. Dang.
He already said it. I'll give you my 5 names. John Michael Schmitz.
You see who they went? You see who the Bears went, Sky?
Yeah, we already brought it up. Tariq Stevenson.
Oh, okay.
John Michael Schmitz, Torrance, Washington, Hyatt, and with Drew Sanders being 1. So, or 2. I'll go Schmitz, Sanders, Torrance, Hyatt, Washington. Those be my 5.
Okay. I don't want a tight end with all this that we got here.
I don't either. But if they're going to go tight end, damn it, let it be that one.
yeah. Darnell, the only one that, yeah.
Give me that motherfucker. It's going to be a tight end.
Darnell. look, Darnell, the one that's not like the rest of them.
Right.
Darnell's the one that's not
honestly,
like.
Honestly, though, I'm trying to trade. Like, I'm guaranteeing you, somebody called Dallas. They're sticking here. I don't think they're going to trade out. Because how many trades has it been in this, in the last?
It's been a lot of movement, dude.
Early.
I think Dallas is staying put.
Yeah.
And are we maybe overvaluing Schmitz to Dallas though? I haven't heard anything about him to Dallas.
Giants take John.
He's just better than Osiris, dog.
Can we turn this chat off? I don't want to look at this chat.
I got something blocking it, bro. So
yeah.
I'm not looking at it.
Yeah, I got something blocking it.
Like it's Fush, you can click on like captions next to it or something and just look at.
Nah, bro, he can't do that because you gotta be the main person.
Nah, I'm gonna just put my phone right here. I'm sick of it. Like
just move it around.
I don't even want because y'all.
Yeah, I got something over it, bro. So Schmitz is a perfect pick for the Giants. He was constantly mocked to them here in the second round. If I was doing one of those 7-round mocks, I would have mocked him here as well.
John Michael Smith right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went. So he's a Giant. He's a Giant. So
yeah, that sucks.
We're wiped out. So,
get ready. Drew Sanders.
Get ready. I think I'm gonna say this: three-man race for Dallas. 3-man race. Osiris Torrance, Jalen Hyatt, Drew Sanders. 3-man race.
Man,
who's in the war room right now?
You know what though? I think they would rather go Darnell over Osiris though. I haven't heard a thing from Osiris, but we've heard them love Darnell though. We know that. We know they like Darnell. We know they like Drew Sanders.
I'm gonna use one of your. I'm a coward right now, bro. I'm scared to pass on Torrance because I feel like I'm not gonna have somebody in round 3 that I'm
quality wise, right?
Mafia?
Quality.
I don't know if they view Mafia as ready to play.
Mafia better than Torrance.
He might be better in the long run, but like Sky's saying, you're taking the SEC. You know, Will McClay likes big school players.
I think Torrance can go play for you right now.
I don't think Torrance is good. That's my whole...
you don't think he's good. I think there's something there for him. He has to be tapped. I don't want to get a guy who is not going to give it to me every single play. You know what I mean? Like I need you to give everything you got on that play. That worries me a little bit.
Voch, can I ask you a question?
The talent's there, man. It is there.
Was Terrence still ready day one? I'm gonna turn the volume up for Drew.
So
right, Cowboys pick.
So hold on. Rappaport just came on and alluded to tight end. Okay, so look,
Washington. All right, look, turn it up.
Don't spoil it.
Whose volume is that?
That's mine.
Turn it up a little bit. You know, Drew about to go crazy.
Okay, I'm listening. We know Drew.
All right, maybe turn it down and then turn it back up. I don't want to get us in trouble.
Oh yes.
Oh, here it comes.
Here we go.
And then mute it.
It's Darnell, I believe.
Hold on. Oh my God. Wow. Wow.
I'd rather Osiris. I'd rather take Osiris, dog.
Best blocking tight end in the draft.
That's true. Well, Darnell's
Don't.
there. This is high, man. This is high for Luke, bro.
I cannot justify it.
This is high for Schoonmaker, bro.
I might even.
Luke Schoonmaker comes off the board before Tucker Kraft and Darnell Washington.
I don't.
Everybody's been all over the place with these players, with these thoughts.
You got there you go. All right, I mean, let's talk about the player. We talked about him Foots on our show when we did the tight ends.
Yeah,
we had Schoonmaker in our top. I think we did like 6 or 7. Just the guys we were talking about.
Yeah.
But I think we were more so looking at him in day 3.
Day 3. Schoonmaker is a guy that if you miss out on Michael Mayer, then he's the guy that you would go get. He's a blocking tight end. He's a pure blocking tight end.
Poor man's.
I'm not gonna lie. You know what this feels like?
Poor man's Michael Mayer.
This feels like the reverse Escobar pick, where we took Escobar in the second round. It was like, oh, okay, and Escobar just kind of lived as a tight end too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be real with you. I can't see Schoonmaker jumping Jake Ferguson as tight end 1.
Yeah.
So I can't. I'm a little bit at a loss of words because you know who he is to me. The same dude that came from the same damn school, but he's a little bit better blocker.
Yo,
Sean McEwen.
Sean McEwen. Yeah.
Like he's a tight end 3 guy with the upside to be a tight end 2, but maybe they view him as a guy that can be. He got some sneaky athleticism. I got some film. I'll pull up some film as y'all talking. Go ahead. This is a little shock though.
But why Schoonmaker over Kraft, Darnell, and
I think they'll say they'll pitch it as Vach the inline ability. I think, and I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right, guys. I'm saying that that's what they're gonna pitch it as. And I also think that they were hell bent on drafting a tight end.
Do you think
that wasn't?
Do you think this is the Cowboys trying to make the offense more physical and that they're going to trust Lunda Wells to try to develop the receiving upside in him? Do y'all think that's what this pretty much?
But he's done that, you know. But
he's not a bad. They didn't.
No,
Michigan didn't throw the ball.
He's not a bad receiver. But do you see his receiving upside higher than that of Ferguson's?
No,
I don't either.
No,
and I like how he can move and whatnot, but let me pull up this Schoonmaker. There he goes. Right. I actually coveted him for the blocking.
Yeah, we that's what we spoke about.
You know,
and look, honestly, like if you watch Michigan film, like he blocks D ends like one-on-one.
Blocking that,
like he's a blocker. He's right up there with Darnell and Michael Mayer as a blocker. It's just I just me personally, I would have liked Schoonmaker.
Hey.
I could have lived with him in the 3rd. I would have preferred him in the 4th. I would have preferred Schoonmaker in the 4th, but this is where we at. We got him in the 2nd. What's most surprising to me is that we got him over Darnell Watch. We got him over guys like Drew Sanders, in which I thought the Cowboys liked a bunch. But hey, Fuss, this may go back to the point that we had earlier, right? Does drafting Mozzie Smith take defenders off the board?
I know what I can do, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it does. I think it hits that point, and I also say this. I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen goofy picks before pan out that were goofy at the time. So I don't know how or why or when, but I didn't want a tight end.
He was a 30 visit.
He was definitely a 30 visit. Him, Tucker Kraft, and Darnell Washington were also 30 visits.
They have him.
You got that? You got that video?
They have him graded higher than what's his name.
Yeah. So this was the Luke video.
That's what he does. That's what he does right there.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
He does move well. And I said that earlier. I like how
he's a physical dude, man.
They have to be looking at him as, hey, I think that we can utilize him in the passing game down the seams, use his length because he's a bigger dude, a longer guy. I'm sorry, but again, tight end here in round 2 with the guys on the board, offensive line.
Yeah, I would have went guard.
Yeah,
even if we don't like Osiris, I would have went guard. Like you said it right then and there. You hit on it, Scott, Vach.
yeah.
I would have drafted. You would have been okay with Osiris, especially getting wiped out with Smiths.
Yeah.
But let's regroup.
I can definitely see the role that he'll play.
Yeah,
and I can see a world where
Osiris went one pick later.
Perfect. I can see a world where he probably plays more than Hendershot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, bro. You can't possibly draft him in the second round.
You can't justify this pick without it. And to Sky's anti what was that word? Was it who was the tight end that we had? You said anti
Gavin Escobar.
Oh, Gavin Escobar.
Yeah.
He is physical. Like we're gonna give him that. Where Gavin didn't want to get in a pillow fight. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
So all right, so let's look at the other side and how does he fit? Where could he be? So Schoonmaker, I think, will be your tight end 2 right now. I mean, unless for some odd reason Jake Ferguson doesn't get better in the second year and looks bad, and maybe he's your 1. But then I think I don't think you want Schoonmaker to be your 1 right now. You need Ferguson, who's been a year in the league, to be your guy, and he's continuing to develop that trust with Dak Prescott right now in the Dak yard. So Schoonmaker as your 2, actually, in my opinion, y'all, it puts Peyton Hendershot in a better role. I think Peyton Hendershot as a move around 3 is better than McEwen.
Making him block. Yeah.
Is better than McEwen as your 3. So what you do is when you want to go 13 personnel packages to be a bit heavier, now you're not losing anything really from a receiving standpoint, in my opinion, because you can do some fun things with Schoonmaker's length, obviously Ferguson, and then Peyton Hendershot can be the move around guy, backfield, go deep, go down the seams. So you can have some versatility in your 13 set where McEwen isn't going to give you that much more from a pass catcher standpoint. So
yeah, what we don't dislike the player, but it's where we got him.
I do not like him in round 2. No.
And also who was on the board when he was taken. I think those are some big problems. DJ Turner just came off the board here. But look though,
it's a run on Michigan players.
But listen, these last 2 drafts though, they've all been about being more physical. Right? Or whether it be being better blockers or being better run stoppers, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Luke Schoonmaker definitely makes you more physical in the run game. He definitely does that. You know what I mean? We can't sit up here and fake that phone. We don't like where he was taken. Yeah. But if they got a plan for him, and if it ends up working out, this won't matter at the end of the day anyway. But damn, dog, I feel like we could have got him. Unless they know something we don't know. Yeah. And the league likes Schoonmaker more than we do. You know what I mean? Because that's a common theme that's been going on right now. The disagreement that media scouts and these league scouts are having right now, them liking guys more than us or vice versa. Yeah. So maybe they like Schoonmaker as a guy more than Darnell because Schoonmaker's more of a, to be fair, Schoonmaker is much more polished than Darnell. Darnell's an upside guy, right? Tucker Kraft, who in which he's a thick yak guy, solid blocker. Schoonmaker's a much better blocker than Tucker Kraft. This ain't me trying to make it better. Because second round is crazy for this. But I'm just trying to make some sense of it. Go ahead, Will.
This is what bugs me about national media because I don't agree with Matt Miller at all. But maybe he knows something we don't. And obviously, second round pick is a premium pick. So Matt Miller believes he's a day 1 starter. He comes in right now. He's your wide tight end. He's going to be starting over Jake.
I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. I think they're going to work in tandem in 12 personnel, but I don't think he comes in better than Jake.
The only way that I can make sense of that is because they spent the draft capital on second round, right? So, all right, he's second round pick. We got to play him. But, bro, Jake been in this he played over 400 snaps last year. Valuable snaps last year. He knows how to work in tandem with a Terrence Steele or was it Zach Martin or with Dak Prescott and his cadence and where Dak likes to be and things like that. We have to understand, tight end, especially wide tight end, which is why they brought this up. The whole plug and play mantra, it's difficult for those guys to come in and be really damn good year 1 as a wide tight end because there's a different physicality in the NFL. And they're having to learn offensive line stuff, Vach, and they got to learn receiver stuff. So is Schoonmaker going to come in and start for you day one? Look, man, I don't know the kid. Maybe he's super smart and picks all that up, and he's able to beat out a Jake Ferguson. But I don't know if national media got that one right. I would have a hard time. Chat. Do you believe that Schoonmaker is going to come in here and start over Jake Ferguson day one?
I have a hard time thinking that he will.
Nah, it's not gonna happen, man. And honestly, I still think Ferguson is gonna get the bulk of the work. Like when we get to 11 personnel, I don't see Ferguson coming off the board to put Schoonmaker in. So, hey, man,
Marty said it ain't about Ferguson. I mean, I'm not saying they made the pick because of Ferguson, but right. I'm just saying Ferguson is to me your starting tight end right now.
Sure.
Do you or anyone believe he's going to come in here and be tight end one if you remove the second round value? I don't. Look, we could be wrong. Maybe mini camp he goes off. Maybe training camp and then cool, but I don't see it at this moment.
All right, let's try to make sense of the pick.
That's what we've been doing. Shit, that's what we.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. So okay.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Let's find. I know. I just had a brain. Okay, so
he's gonna be your second 12 personnel.
We graded him as probably our second best blocking tight end.
You had Tucker Kraft.
Tucker Kraft is my one. Then I had him.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right.
Blocking wise, just blocking.
Yeah.
It's apparent that they want to be physical.
That's the whole point of this thing, Fuss. I think the last two draft attitude era, Will Steele, they're trying to get run game, run defense. That seems to be the theme of the last two drafts here. Run game, run defense. So Schoonmaker definitely helps you in the run game. He definitely helps you as a run blocker, but this the value. And especially with so look, and this is my other thing too. This kind of puts you in a hole with guard and linebacker now.
That's
you know what I'm saying. This puts you in a hole at guard and linebacker with guards and linebackers on the board. Now, if we weren't going to go receiver today, there's a 4th round receiver on my list. I can go, I can live with that guy. But guard and linebacker get really tight now. It's really tight.
It's really tight now.
You gotta get a guard, man.
You got to get a guard. This next pick has to be a guard.
The further you get down,
it gets
the more difficult that guard. They probably have a harder time being the starter. Now, look, they don't got a big hill to climb. There's no Connor McGovern on the team. Connor McGovern knows the offense. He was around for 4 years. He started plenty of games. There is no Connor McGovern. So they'll have a little bit of an easier way to that start position if you get a 4th or 5th round guard. But, I mean, obviously, right, the talent is going to be depleted the longer you wait for it. So
I just don't know why you get rid of Dalton Schultz to draft Dalton Schultz.
Fair. That's fair. I ain't gonna hate it. That's fair.
Is there? Look, man, I don't know how much higher his upside is. That's interesting.
Hey, regardless of what's gonna happen, with the whole Schoonmaker situation, we're gonna be watching film on him in my Patreon, patreon.com/VoshonBart. I'm gonna find every single game I could possibly find on him so we can make some sense out of it. So like I said, man, I don't think and Brenton Strange just goes off the board, tight end from Penn State. Maybe this is where the league think these guys should go. Maybe this is where they think they should go, but But we'll talk about it. But yeah,
I'm gonna peel out for about 10 minutes, guys, and I'll be right back.
Will, you need to reconstruct something?
I don't believe so, but go ahead, Fuzz. Let me see what happens here.
Well, I can.
Well, actually, you know what? What I do is
I got you.
Shut off the camera. Oh nope, we straight. There we go.
But when you guys hear me back, so I won't even turn anything.
Just
cut your camera off and I'll see it when
watch will see it.
Cool. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can eliminate
just so I can hit my channel up real quick, and then,
you can go off the camera like you just did. That was fine.
I got you right there. Fools like you can. Yeah. We'll just take you off like that. All right. So let's see. The last pick was Brenton Strange. Well, Brenton Strange for the Jacksonville Jaguars. DJ Turner, Osiris Torrance, and the Cowboys take Luke Schoonmaker. We've been trying to make a little bit of sense out of it over these last couple picks, Master Will Steele. So we just need to do like a Cowboy reset just to talk about what these next few picks are going to look like. There's no way Drew Sanders is going to be available for you, right?
He's still falling.
Are
we at the end of round 3?
We got 2 more picks to go. We got Texans and we got one more.
4.
And
we don't pick to one up. Oh, you know what? I traded with the Raiders. That's why I'm like, we picked that 109. We don't
Yeah.
pick till 129. Can't see him.
129?
Yeah, I can't see him being.
Hold on. Third round. That's why.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. We're in round 2. What am I talking about?
Yeah, right. 90.
90.
Next
My
pick.
apologies. I'm on round
Juice
4.
Juice Scruggs comes off the board. A player that I like a bunch. He's another center guard guy for you. So, I definitely thought Juice Scruggs. So, Will, this is my thing too though, right? We talking about these offensive linemen, and maybe it depends on the value. Offensive line and tight end. What it seems to look like to me is that, regardless of what we may think about it, we may look at Brenton Strange and Juice Scruggs as day 3 guys. But if they value guard and center, and we start seeing those dudes come off the board, teams are going to start taking those guys, right? So
Scruggs went off.
Scruggs
he
is
just
gone.
went to Texans.
Scruggs is gone. So, hey man, this got to be Mafia, right? This got to be like Mafia.
30,
a little better.
He was a 30 visit, and that's the thing. I think we kind of joke around about that earlier. In the round where, look, as long as you come out of this thing with a guard, that lowers the blow at the tight end position a little bit. I would have rather it be reversed. I would have rather the guard now, tight end, afterwards. But I just want to come away with a plug and play guy. I don't care if it's the 3rd or 4th round, but I just feel like it's probably going to get harder the longer you wait.
Yeah. And we're definitely and we're probably gonna have to take an L on something. If we lose, like, let's just say we take guard in 3rd round and we lose Drew Sanders somewhere. Now we're looking at, like, linebacker wise, we're looking at like DeMarvin Overshown or something. Overshown ain't really the same kind of caliber guy that Drew Sanders is for me. I mean, Overshown is a good looking player. He'll be a kicking team guy for me, but Drew Sanders is a guy that I feel like he can play and start. And the Broncos trifle because they got DeMarcus Ware presenting this pick like he's a Broncos legend. He's a Cowboy legend. Cut it out. But Broncos on the board. Let's see.
Very interesting. Remember yesterday we were talking about when I reached down, talked to the people down there, the 2 coaches that were smiling and feeling the best about what was finna happen.
Lunda Wells and Aiden Durden.
And they got their guys.
They got their guy. Damn, boy. So do you think that what if the Cowboys would have gone tight end yesterday? You probably guarantee that it probably would have been a D tackle today, but I guess the value worked out. So I don't know. But boy, what a
this is going to take a I'm going to have to see him, Look, I am look, yes, I didn't want the player at this spot right here. He was a guy I liked. I didn't like it here. But soon as all this is done, we get all of our picks, we get to camp, we get a chance to see him, play around and watch the film. We're going to get excited about these guys. But yeah, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that they took him.
And honestly though, Scott, at the end of the day, this is all about just getting good players, acquiring good players. So at the end of the day, if Schoonmaker ends up being a really good tight end, it don't matter where we got him.
Facts.
We got him. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But boy, I need you to come in, boy. I need you to be exciting, boy. I need it from you, man. I need you to show up and whoop some guys day one, man. And I don't know.
I'll tell you this though, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The competition
it's gonna be thick
in that room. I mean, it's a Big Ten room, by the way. So you got Indiana, you got Wisconsin, you got now McEwen got his partner in crime, Schoonmaker. The competition gonna be fierce because I'm telling you right now, Jake Ferguson not going away.
No. Let me if you don't mind, we'll still just give a soft reset for all the best players at the top of each position on the board, if you don't mind, sir.
Indeed, and I'm on the ESPN best available. So everybody's best available is going to be different. And then Hooker.
Hendon Hooker's first. That's the first name. Mm-hmm. That's the first name that's just kind of jumping off the board right there. So that's him. I think we're about to get a run on running backs. So Charbonnet went last round. So Devon Achane's the guy I can see here. Tajay Spears is the guy that I see here. Tank Bigsby. We'll see what they think of Dwayne McBride. I think that may be the running backs for the day. I think guys like Roshan Johnson, Chase Brown, your guy, Chase Brown, Deuce Vaughn, Kendre Miller, they'll probably go tomorrow. So
the 2 Tennessee guys, Jalen Hyatt still there too.
Okay. So let's go to receivers then. Josh Downs still hanging around, which is interesting to me. Nathaniel Tank Dell, a guy that the Cowboys like. He's a busy guy for the Cowboys, but he's just kind of hanging around. Jalen Hyatt and Cedric Tillman. Michael Wilson from Stanford. We like him a bunch. Great route runner there. Tyler Scott and A.T. Perry may be guys that go today.
I was going to tweet out earlier my dream, not dream, but my preferred situation if they don't go linebacker guard would have been one of those guards. And I know this might sound a bit of a reach here, but Charlie Jones. I love Charlie Jones. I would have took Charlie in round 3, and he could be my slot of the future.
I love Charlie Jones. You get cosign out of me, sir. Charlie Jones is a guy. My best offensive lineman, DeJuan Jones, is still just hanging on. The man, DeJuan gonna be so good somewhere, bro. Unless they got some medical stuff on him, or they just
third. There's got to be something
going on. He can gain some weight or something that they weren't ready for. But DeJuan Jones is just sitting around. Interior guys like Luke Whippler, Chandler Zavala, Antonio Mafi, they are sitting around. Mafi is a Cowboy 30 visit.
Look, if we walk away with Zavala or Mafi, I'm cool.
I'll be fine. but we need a guard though, Will. Still,
that's what I'm saying.
None of this works if we don't get a guard.
I swear, if they walk away with a guard, I'm just gonna pretend we took that guard in round 2.
Yeah. Tight ends, Darnell Washington is still on the board. Was there an injury concern surrounding him or something like that? Darnell Washington, Georgia, tight end.
No, I was gonna bring up Darnell. Look, y'all can hate me if you want, but this feels about right for Darnell to me.
Third round,
the second, end of the second, early third. Because there's the thing, Darnell has freakish potential, right? Yeah. Because of the athleticism, but he is not ready as a pass catcher to be dependent on just yet in a pass catching league. And I think teams are like, look, if I'm going to take a bit of a project tight end, do I want to use a real premium pick in round 1? Second premium pick in round 2. They're probably like, okay, here we go, round 3. I'll take the Darnell Washington. He was a late round 2 guy to begin with. Then he round 2, 3 guy. Then he killed it with Underwear Olympics, and then people try to put the Underwear Olympics with the tape. And hey man, maybe if he. But honestly, are you really bringing in Darnell here to count on him as a receiver? I don't think you are right this moment.
Chatbox says Darnell has a knee problem that was discovered over the visit. So there you go. But Darnell is. Yeah. But Darnell is here, Tucker Craft is here, Davis Allen, Zach Kuntz are guys that are still available. As far as the defense goes, hold on, what happened here? You still got me, Will? Still? Okay, there you go. As far as the defense goes, the Bears pick is in. Let's see. Bears got Zach Pickens. They reached like a mug, boy. I just watched film on Zach Pickens last week, and he was not good to me. So, hey. Bad draft. The team's going bad draft. But as far as D line goes, you got from Northwestern, Ottawa Barre is still around. Will still, so he's a guy that could be going here. Kobe Turner, my guy from Wake Forest. Nick Herbig / him small. Siaki Ika may be a tomorrow guy, but he's around. Isaiah McGuire and Carl Brooks. Will still. Carl Brooks is just hanging around. He might be a tomorrow guy. Linebackers, basically all of them except Jack Campbell. Linebackers skipped the whole second round. Drew Sanders, Deion Henley, Trent Simpson, DeMarvin Overshown, he probably gonna be a later guy. Ivan Pace and Dorian Williams are all guys that are available. Henry Toto is if you like him. And as far as the safeties go, Antonio Johns from Texas A&M, Sidney Brown from Illinois, if you're into that. Jordan Battle from Bama, if you're into that. Clark Phillips, cornerback from Utah. Keely Ringo is a guy that I thought would be going around this area, so maybe him. Hodges Tomlinson from TCU, the little bitty slot kid, he'll probably be a dude that'll go right around this time. And Darius Rush. Those are your best available players, man. Somebody like Garrett Williams, he might go to. Go ahead, Wilson.
Out of time away is still available.
He's available. Nobody got him. So that's that. Hey man, I'm not saying that the draft is unsalvageable. That ain't what I'm saying. You know what I mean? But I will say that I would love to see a left guard because right now Chuma Dog is your left guard. Well, it's almost like the Cowboys are moving as if Tyron and Tyler is going to be left side, right? It's almost like they're moving as if that's the case, huh?
Well, we're not out of the third round yet.
Yeah,
we're not. If they get out that third round, again, it's going to be hard to find a plug and play guard. Now, again, they don't have a big hill to climb, so maybe they're like, we might be able to get, what is it, Curtis McClendon, a McClendon Curtis type of guy. Maybe we can get Mafi right in round 4 or 5, and we think they can beat out Edoja, but. Mm-hmm. I would have liked to grab a guy in round 2. That's all. We'll see what happens round 3 though.
We'll see. We will see what happens. If we get Moff in the 3rd round, I wouldn't be upset at all. Just a little bit.
If they reaching, if they reaching for Schoonmaker, then damn it, might as well grab your guy in Mafia. You brought Schoonmaker in, and none of us, our reach to us, we never believed Schoonmaker was a round 2 guy, but the league probably don't believe that Mafia's a round 2 or 3 guy, but. Get your guy.
Just a little bit of Cowboy talk. What do you think the next 4 positions for the Cowboys are coming off the board? Guard got to be one of them. I'd imagine linebacker has to be one also. Like, what else are we doing besides that?
Wide receiver.
Yeah.
Double dip, maybe offensive line, but corner.
Yeah.
Voorhees
is also a guy hanging around, but Voorhees ain't ready to go right now. But Voorhees would be a really good future option, but we'll see, man. We'll see. This Schoonmaker thing really took a lot of air out the room, boy. We was silent as hell, boy. We was just
because just look. Round 1 tight end didn't make sense. It didn't happen. You got your defensive tackle. Round 2, it took the air out. You're right, but it doesn't sting as bad.
Yeah,
and it's just a weird feeling because we like Schoonmaker. Like I don't dislike Schoonmaker.
He's a good player. Value,
and. I just can't wait for camp. I can't wait to see the competition between him, Ferguson, Hendershot battling this thing out, because I don't think this is we took you going to start right away type thing. They're not finna lay down. This is going to be very interesting.
Film should be good for Schoonmaker. We don't have a problem with that. Yo, but look, on the real though, Scott, something just made me think about it. Somebody in the chat was being very, very hyperbolic. And it was like, we suck at drafting. I was like, you know what? We don't suck at drafting, but round 2 is always a coin flip. But we normally go crazy after that, though. You know what I mean? Round 3 through 6, we 3 through 5 and 6, we kind of do go crazy a little bit like that, So
it's funny because we were talking about what's the boss man round or what's the wart round in round 2. Schoonmaker don't come with a wart.
Yeah, he just ain't who we thought he was going. He's just not who we thought.
It feels very, like I said, the inverse of Escobar, where it's like, okay, we picked Escobar. You got, now I'm not saying Ferguson's winning or anything, but you picked essentially a fringe tight end 1, but a tight end 2, and let's see how this works out. But clearly there's a premium on the position. I'm curious though. I cannot wait until the press conference. I want to hear their thought process, right?
Yep. We'll see. I was about to do something weird still. I forget what I was about to do. I was about to check on supers or something. Let me go check on supers. You got any supers on your side?
Probably. I think I saw them come through.
Go over there, check on some supers. Hit that button right there, and on the volume side.
Nobody's overreacting. If you're listening, we like Schoonmaker. We don't like Schoonmaker in round 2. We think Schoonmaker can come in here and play a role. Listen, we like other players at the position. There's no overreaction here. We're not calling him terrible. We're not saying this sucks and nothing like that. But round 2 just felt a little rich for us.
And as far as we know, man, Schoonmaker probably wouldn't even be on the board. Schoonmaker may not have been available for us in the 4th round. Like, we had a 4th round type grade on it, but man, Schoonmaker around the league may have been a 2nd round guy. So, let's see. On the volume side, go ahead.
I got some, but I'll read them out to you.
Okay. On the volume side, we do not. Today is the 28th. Okay, cool. And on the Vice side, one more refresh just to make sure we all caught up there. On the Vice side. No, that can't be the case. Oh, okay. It just got the wrong date on there. All right, cool. So
T. Gordon, funny.
Okay, go ahead and go, Will, so I can figure this shit out.
Yeah, T. Gordon dropped one. It was like, Schoonmaker is strictly a nostalgic pick. He said, think Coop or Moose. So we're going to scream School. Yeah. And then Andre dropped one, said, is Schoonmaker from a West Coast system with Harbaugh? Could be. I don't know the offense that they run, but that's interesting.
Yeah, they're a pro style
offense.
Yeah. They run the football over there. Tyler Steen comes off the board at 65. That's a bit high for me. Yeah, for Philly. That's a bit high for Tyler Steen for me. I mean, solid player, but just a little high. But
and Lamont said, "Vach, I need that no drop. This some shit."
Oh man, I got you, bro. It's all good, man. I got you, bro. Let's get into these supers here. On the volume side, April Showers dropped a deuce and says, "I'm here tonight." Thank you, April. We know you here because Foot's here, and you know I get jealous when you go watch other people and you don't watch my show. April, I'm playing. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here and support. DJ dropped a deuce and says, "Is round 3 too early for Mafi?" Not for Vach. Brother, and we might have to get him. That might have to be the case. Eagles also select Sidney Brown, safety from Illinois. So there you go. Brother L dropped the deuce says Boss Cowboy was overwhelmed by the Vach raid. Love, man. Will we raided Boss Cowboy early. He didn't know what the hell was going on. He was like, "What's going on?" Man, Bot got shooter, man. Look at all these people come up here, man. Man, look, let me tell you something.
Shout out to Boss. I'm curious how they feel about it because I know he was kind of, we were all in agreement on tight end round 1. We was like, no, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be phony. I did say if they gonna take one today, I ain't gonna trip too damn much. I ain't gonna lie to you though, I wasn't expecting to be him here.
Him here.
Him here. I wasn't expecting that. So let's see what happens here in round 3. I just don't need them to do nothing crazy. Don't go cornerback here. Don't you know what I'm saying? Don't go.
Don't get cute.
Safety. Don't get cute, man. Come on.
Just get your guard. Get your guard and let's feel better about this. We'll move on tomorrow. Appreciate you, brother L. Michael Garrett dropped a deuce and says, "Your name is your brand. Keep it up, sir." Appreciate you, sir. Salute. And Smoke One for you came and dropped 5 and a deuce. That's 7 altogether because I can count. He says, "Vosh, tell Foots I'm on his Josh Wiley train. Will Steele is on it also, but not no more.
Ain't no more.
And no BS. Give me CJ 2K 2.0 Mitchell.
Philly just
I think talking about the ECU kid.
Who?
East Carolina kid, Keaton Mitchell, I believe is his name.
Not familiar. But Philly just picked up Sidney Brown, safety out of Illinois. I like that pick.
Okay, cool. Shouts out to Philly. That's a better pick than Tyler Steen, but fuck Philly.
They got Brian Branch, but they got Nolan Smith, so
they got that. They're fine. Solid Duck dropped the 5 and says, "Quick, play the sad music so that Schoonmaker becomes a baller." That's fair. Every time I play sad music on this damn thing, that player just damn Schoonmaker.
Damn you.
I hate it here. And watch Schoonmaker end up being the best tight end. And Drew Sanders.
He just there ain't. Hey, look, there's no way, right? Like, there's no way he was ready to buff him. You know what I think happened, bro? Dan Quinn was like, "Hey, fuck it, we got Mozzie. Go ahead, do what you want. I got my guy. Go do what you want to do, Big Mike."
I do think they were hell bent on getting Dak his help this draft. We just kind of got wiped and we couldn't pass on Mozzie. Not that motherfucker. Not him.
Offensive line.
Jalen Hyatt later. Jalen Hyatt was there. Well, hey, man. But hey, there is our linebacker. And you know what? Maybe Foots was on to something when he said that drafting Mozzie, maybe that was our early defensive guy. Maybe the Cowboys went to address their boy. It's cool. I mean, it works for us.
It depends if you believe them. They said Mozzie was top 14, so they want BPA per need to them. And we laughed at him last year, Vach. They said Tyler Smith, 13. This month was a top 10 player last year in the draft.
They only had like 15 people on their board, Scott. So that was the case.
15 first rounders. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And he was ranked as 14 or 13. And we laughed. Yeah. But Tyler Smith was better than all them linemen taken.
Maybe they just better than us. Yeah.
I gotta give them, when it comes to Mozzie and them talking about the rankings, I'm not going to get on them about the players. I already know I love the player, but the whole people were like, I don't believe that. I mean, I ain't believe what you want to believe. But last year they said the same thing, and that dude ended up being better than all them dudes that was picked in front of him. So, I just have a hard time believing Schoonmaker is above Drew Sanders.
Yeah, that's rough, dog. That's rough. All right, we'll cut that sad music off, man. Drew Sanders gone. It is what it is. So for linebacker, we'll probably get a kicking teams guy later on. All in Tom Down, who's not toxic anymore, dropped a deuce and says,
he might be toxic today.
Yeah, he might be toxic now. Didn't take a hurt guy or a criminal or a rapper. That is progress.
That's fair. You want to spin it that damn way.
Schoonmaker is a safe pick, though.
Very. Think about this for a second. 2016, you get Jalen Smith. We know what came with Jalen Smith. He had one knee. 2015, right before that, Randy Gregory. All right, with his whole situation. Fast forward to Boss Man Fat in 2021. Second round has not been kind to the concern issues, injury issue guys. So fair enough. And last time they didn't was Trayvon Diggs, right?
Yeah. All right. Back at it on the Vouch side. Appreciate y'all for your contributions, man. Adrian Lindsay dropped a deuce and says Mozzie is exactly as Deion Sanders described. That ain't true. Man. That ain't true, man. Chill out, man.
I ain't see his pops though at the gym.
Yeah, he wasn't around.
Mom Dukes.
Who'd you have at your draft party? Me and Ma.
Yeah, when I heard that, I was like,
I know what's going on here. I know what happened there.
Pop still at the stove.
Yeah,
come back with the milk.
Get some cigarettes, get some cigarettes.
Playing his numbers.
Yeah, we ain't gonna say that. We just got hired. J Drive 5 says, I really want Luke Musgrave.
Oh.
Yeah, he gone.
Must have been early.
Yeah. Always wanted a big tight end on the Cowboys who can get upfield. You got a big tight end. How big is Schoonmaker? Can I get a
6'5", 250.
6'5", 250? Okay.
Schoonmaker can. I'm not trying to. No pun intended. He can scoot.
He can scoot. Scoot. Man, school is gonna be the next damn.
Oh,
you just gotta. As long as he catch passes and not trash, School's gonna be the next.
Oh, Schoon is gonna be a thing for sure.
Andre Robinson, Drive 5 said, "What's up, Vash? Appreciate you. Just wanted to show some love. Salute, sir." B dropped a dime and says Darnell Washington third, Spears fourth. Well, Darnell Washington in the second, Spears third, then Mafia in the fourth. I ain't gonna happen, bro. Jimmy Harney says, "Vach, you got 17 games in you at left guard. Vach can't play no damn. Vach tired. Vach is tired. Vach know all the plays." But Vash ain't got that in. John Boy dropped the 5 and says he'll probably be a fullback or H back in certain situations. Maybe. Luxury pick for a lead blocker.
Nah, I don't think he's gonna be a lead. I don't think that. No.
Nah, I think he's gonna have a really defined role.
He's going to be either your starting tight end or your tight end too. It's one or the other. It all depends on if he's beating out those guys because they're going to compete. That's one thing I do love about it.
Joe Chinois dropped a deuce and says, you think this pick is about pushing Ferguson? They're gonna use multiple tight ends, man. So Ferguson's not, he ain't gonna be hurt by it, man. But Ferguson gonna just show up and kill it. I'm the last ape. Hendon Hooker just got drafted by the Lions. So he comes off the board here.
I did not see the line. I mean, you know what? No, because remember we were kind of talking about the Lions and quarterback.
Early though. Yeah. I am the last ape. Dropped the buck. They just want to say what's up. Appreciate you, sir. And then Vicente dropped the deuce and says Gotham Lions have 6 picks in the top 70. They're badass. Yeah, man. Shouts out to the Lions, man. They're having a good draft so far. Hey, man, can we get a like on the stream, man? Got Will still up in here. Foster King is coming back, man. Like, we're putting in some good work for y'all, man. We got 1,700 watching live on my side, and we're gonna add Will's numbers to that too, and take credit for all of it.
We got 2,000 total.
I mean, we got 2,000 total, man. Come on, man. Like, can y'all just like the streams over on A to Z?
That's love.
Like the stream on the Vice side, like the stream on the Volume side, man. We need to see metrics. If y'all really want the best for us and y'all love our content, they need to see this engagement, man, so we can, me and Will still buy houses and boats, What
we got going on in the chat here? Let's see. We still talking because I know we're still kind of on the Schoonmaker thing. Damien, school runs a 4.6. That's fast. Oh yeah, he can scoop. And that might be a thing. We might have to make that a thing. Schoonmaker can scoop.
He's cool.
Ferguson in game hurdle to do. Oh, Ferguson can play after the catch, man. He proved that. He's very good after the catch.
Yeah.
Third round tomorrow. Do we go O-line or running back? Third round's today. We in the third round. Hopefully we go O-line. Iceberg Slim, who hates Jake Ferguson. I never seen a Cowboy fan who hates this player more. He says Ferguson is slow and lumbering. 4'8" Schoonmaker is faster, and he's saying he's going to take his spot and things like that. This guy cannot stand Jake Ferguson. There it is right there. Schoonmaker's taking Ferguson's spot. Let's see here. Keep telling my G Cowboys draft for some more often than not, but they hit the nail. They hit the need draft pick.
Yeah. And you know what? It just depends on how much you value a tone setter. You know what I mean? And we can talk about value all day, man. But what's the dude gonna bring to your team, Will Still? Yeah. And we know what he's gonna do. We know Mike McCarthy want to run the football. We know Mike McCarthy wants to run West Coast. You need secure hand guys. You need blockers, man. Like you need true Y guys. So look, man, when else I've been talking about all these other guys, man, that didn't fit true Y, that didn't make sense to me. Schoonmaker is the exact dude that they explained to you that they wanted. As long as McCarthy got a plan, and honestly, that gonna elevate anybody that he throws the ball to. I just feel that way about 4. So I'm not worried about it, man. AJ, the camera technology guy, says didn't know that Schoonmaker had a 9.75 RAS. I think that's good. Yeah. That's
when we did the tight end RAS stuff, he had a higher RAS score than Mayer.
Of course he did. Well, hey man,
he can look, man. He's a good player. I just didn't think they would take a tight end here in the second round with the guys on the board. But I like Schoonmaker. But I think this is going to be a heavy competition this summer in that tight end room. Which good, right? Yeah. But hopefully, because I'm not going to fake the funk. I don't like using premium picks if we ain't going to use them effort. Use them. Let's use them.
Tank Dale comes off the board to the Houston Texans. That's a fantastic pick right there. CJ just said, Bobby Belt just said the teams have a huge red flag on DeJuan Jones. So, I mean,
he's like 400 pounds.
He's not 400 pounds, Will. So he's the best offensive lineman.
380 pounds.
Best offensive.
And I forget who I was listening to that said he came into, was it the combine? Heavier. I think after the season. So. Maybe he just
wanted to prove that he can put on weight for the position. Will Still, we ain't got to do DeJuan. Come on, man. But yeah, Nathaniel Tank Dale comes off the board. I thought it probably would have been a little bit earlier than this, but hey, he is a Houston Texan now, and he's another guy for CJ Stroud to throw to. That'll be fun for them. Jalen Hyatt is still falling. Will Still. So if you had to pick, right? I got a feeling what your answer may be, but if you had to pick this next pick, would you rather go wide receiver or guard? Even if the receiver
is guard for me.
Yeah. I don't think we have the luxury to go to receiver at this point. We definitely got to go to receiver, next round or something like that.
Who's still available here? I'm clicking on here. There's some tackles, tackle guards. Well, not too many tackle guards left. That I'm interested here.
So tackle guards. Well, Whippler's the center, so Chandler Zavala's a guard for you. Sal, the old Dominion kid is a tackle, but I don't think he's a tackle guard. Tyler Steen just went. Wanye Moore is probably going to be a guard, but I don't think he's a good player. And just my personal opinion. Voorhees is hanging around. Anthony Bradford will make me sick.
Okay, I was about to bring that up. So remember, Dane Brugler mocked Anthony Bradford to the Cowboys.
That made me sick, man.
I don't see plug and play with Anthony Bradford.
I don't think he's good neither. He's not good to me. Mafi's good. Antonio Mafi's really good, but I don't see him.
I would definitely just take Mafi over him, and unless
if that's the case here. If that's the case, though, Will Still, I just draft Voorhees and just play Tyler at guard one more year. If that's the case, if that's what we're gonna do, just play Tyler one more. You need
tackle help, then you better hope Waletzko and them boys is ready to go.
Well, that's not gonna be ready, man. But as far as tackles go, boy, it run thin fast, don't it? Blake Freeland, the guy, you might as well look at him like he's Waletzko or something. Byron Young, D tackle Byron Young from Alabama just came on the field.
Because ain't there a DE Byron Young?
There's 2 Byron Youngs. Yeah. What about my kid from Maryland? Jalen Duncan is probably like the last tackle that I feel really, really good about. Jalen Duncan from Maryland.
They brought him up on the draft show too.
Okay. He's one of the last guys that I really feel about. So now I think you kind of put yourself in a situation where you got to go, okay, well, can we start looking at tackles also?
I was just about to say, so are you talking about, okay, can we get a tackle that can come in here and slide? But is that tackle at this point going to beat out, it's weird to say this, a healthy Tyron Smith, but at some point Tyron Smith is going to be able to play, but then at some point he ain't.
It'll just be grossly irresponsible to walk into this thing.
I agree.
With Tyron Smith and Chuma Adoga as primary plans for you. You know what I mean? And well, let's go. And Josh Ball playing guard now. You know what I mean? Do you think this whole Terrence Steele at guard thing is a real thing? Like, you think that's gonna come back around?
Please don't let it.
Yeah, it made me
I
sick.
hope not.
That should have made me sick, man, bro. That
I
should
hope not.
have made me mad. Dog. I'd be mad as hell, dog. All right. And Kendre Miller goes off the board to the Saints right here. So we know the Cowboys were
a 3-4 on him. It makes sense.
We know the Cowboys were a big fan of running back Kendre Miller. He comes off the board. While a lot of guys coming off the board, Will Steele. And also, too, that's interesting. Kendre Miller is the fourth running back to come off the board.
So only 4 in 3 rounds of some change. But 2 in the top 12. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Basically. So Kendre Miller, TCU comes off the board. A-Chain, Spears, Bigsby, McBride, Rashawn Johnson, either one of those guys can. I mean, they're on the board right now, but draft can be so bothersome, bro. Because once you get into this territory, man, you just get your guy. You just get your guy at this point. How many picks did the Cowboys go? We had picked 71.
About 20
picks.
18 technically, but yeah.
18 picks. I thought this thing was like flying by for a little, like it was starting to pick up steam, but then we got Schoonmaker.
It was until we get to the third, and you realize, damn, we got 20-something picks till you pick.
Yeah, I might shut this thing down after the Cowboys pick. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, that was my plan is, we'll get through the 2 picks, we'll review them,
talk about
see what's on the board.
Yeah.
For tomorrow, I know you got to come back on tomorrow. Tomorrow I won't be on for day 3, but I'll be dropping videos throughout.
It depends on who's available. I might not go live tomorrow. But I will probably do like a recap or something like that. I'll do, a little film session here or there. We'll figure it out. But tomorrow depends on who's on the board, of course.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I only got limited knowledge. I'm not just finna sit up here and just react to dudes I ain't watch. You know what I mean? That wouldn't make no sense. Let's get into the phone. Will, you are good with some phones? You want to run some phones for a little bit?
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
202. What's up? Who this?
Wait.
Oh, wait.
Do I got it still on it?
Hey, we gonna get to the phone real quick. We gonna get to the phone. 202. What's up? Who this?
You gotta be there.
Yo.
What's happening?
This L, man. How y'all doing, man?
L who?
The L?
L Dog. L Dog.
Okay, L Dog. Okay. You're not that L. Okay.
You're not that L.
What's good with your L Dog?
Not much, man. I'm chilling, man. I've been following you for a minute, man. What was that, like 2015 when you was in your kitchen doing a little drawing shit? Right?
Yeah.
Like your first videos and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been fucking with you since then.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I turned 50 this year.
Congratulations.
Happy birthday, man.
Appreciate it. And got the best birthday present I could ever get, man. I've been waiting for this dude for 30 years. We got Mozzie, man. We got out.
Oh, yeah, got you one take. Yep. Got you one take. Yep.
Oh, man. I've been waiting 30 years.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted Chester McLaughlin to pair with Leon Lett back in the day.
Yeah.
I want Big Daddy Dan Wilkinson back in the day.
Big Daddy Dan, yeah, he was a beast.
I don't know who that is.
Dan Wilkinson.
Every time a big dude came through, we never got him. And I'm like, y'all remember 08? the last game of Texas Stadium
No.
and your boy running up to A gap, fullback for like 80 yards.
McLean.
Like, this defense, man, needed somebody to clog the middle, man.
Yeah.
And I'm so ecstatic that we finally got a dude, man. Like that was my dream, man. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's a good call, brother. Appreciate you, man. We're gonna move on to these other people, man. Thank you so much for supporting L Dog. Big salute, big salute. Let's get Martise in here so we can see if Luke Schoonmaker's a tight end one. What's up, Martise?
Yo, so same thing with Mozzie. I think too much we get too caught up in these mock drafts
and what
body mock drafts and hoping the ideal situation is going to happen. It's not. When you realize you're tired of getting bullied,
what does he say?
You're going to make your team tougher.
The mock draft.
Also just want to start trading up. You know,
you
got to take a guy. Maybe he's 8 spots, 10 spots higher than you want. The reality is their thought was Schoonmaker's our guy. And I listened to the audio where they called the player. I noticed I didn't hear it yet, but first thing he said was McCarthy said to him, "You're the exact kind of player we need."
Yeah.
The Schoonmaker, which ties into what we've been saying. You want to run more 12s. You need another guy who can block. Hendershot ain't that guy. Schoonmaker's also a pretty good athlete. He allows you to run your offense. At least last thing I'm saying, at least let's be in a situation where McCarthy has guys that he believes can run his offense. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah, Stephen Jones, once again, man, Stephen Jones laid it out. That's why we were kind of like no offense to Kincaid. The Kincaid doesn't make sense because it doesn't fit what Stephen was talking about. Right. Laporta look a bit grittier, but the Musgraves doesn't make sense because it doesn't fit what Stephen was talking about. And then now he's saying, I haven't listened to the audio yet, but if McCarthy's telling Schoonmaker, hey, you're the exact type of guy we need, that makes sense because it fits what they want. An inline wide guy. They don't really want to do a whole bunch of detachment stuff. They want a guy that can stick inside, that can block a little bit and give you some intermediate pass and stuff. That's what he can do. You know, I just feel like we already got that. But, you know, they're not able to do that probably with Hendershot as a blocking guy, although he was a better blocker because of Lunda Wells. But Schoonmaker and Ferguson, you don't have to worry about that, like, at all. Like, that's going to be your top 2 tight ends, right, Vosh? Those are going to be your guys. Yeah,
for sure. So do you think this was Schoonmaker was a consensus board guy and fucking Jalen Hyatt goes to the Giants? Jeez Louise, man.
That's some speed, boy. Last time we dealt with some speed like that, you know, and some people have kind of compared him with Sean Jackson.
Sean Jackson, bro. Do you think that the Schoonmaker pick? Do you think that was do you think he was the top guy on their board? Like everybody agree with that, or do you think like Mike McCarthy just stood on the table and said, "This is the kind of guy I want. Like this, the guy. Give me him."
He got scared of that run. You know what I'm saying? That run that happened in tight ends at the top. And they felt like Schoonmaker's not going to be there in the 3rd round. So let's just get our guy now. That's why I can't wait to hear the presser because they're going to straight up ask him. Yeah, hey, was there somebody else on the board that you liked, or did you feel like you needed to take Schoonmaker right here?
Yeah,
because make it make sense that he's higher rated than Drew Sanders.
Right. They can't make it make sense.
Osiris Torrance, whatever other offensive lineman, I'm pretty sure was up there.
Yeah. Giants. So the Giants got Jalen Hyatt and John Michael Smith, man. Like two dudes that we was like liking for real. I got them right there. And who they get in the first round? The Giants, they got wide receiver Addison. They got Jordan Addison.
No, that was Minnesota.
Who they get in the first round?
I got you. 1 second. Boom.
Appreciate you.
Bang. Yeah, it's hard to keep track of everybody's picks right off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Round 1. They picked right before us, right? Deontay Banks. They got the cornerback.
You got the corner, Deontay, right? Yeah, so they get their offense in now. Look, if you get Deontay Banks, Jalen Hyatt, and John Michael Smith, those are some dudes, man.
The last few picks: Kendre Miller to the Saints, Garrett Williams, cornerback to the Cardinals, Hyatt to the Giants, and Cedric Tillman The Browns.
There's
So-
just
So round 3 receivers, right?
Yep.
Tank Dell, Jalen Hyatt, Cedric Tillman. They're starting to come off the board here. And we got
Brother
Foots
Brett.
back.
I'm back. I had to regroup. I just did a vid, so yeah, and I came back when y'all were talking about Hyatt going off the board, which I know he's not. There's no way he's going to be there in the 3rd round. So
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. But the Giants have taken 3 dudes that I feel like
they got better. They got better.
Giants got a little better. I mean, they still got Daniel Jones, so I'm fine with that. But yeah.
And does Dak Prescott make Schoonmaker a better pick?
Yeah, of
Dak
course.
Prescott make anybody.
That's
Any tight end it was going to be better because of Dak.
Yeah,
right.
That's gonna elevate those guys. It's just that Foots. The way I feel, man, it just comes down to it comes down to who we're playing against. And we play against O lines and run games, bro. D lines and run games, whether it be the Giants, whether it be the 49ers, whether it be the Eagles, bro. Those are the teams they're the first ops right now. We got to deal with those. We can't even think about an AFC team till we deal with those dudes. You know what I mean? And you just gotta
So people are talking about Schoonmaker's speed.
He can run.
He can scoot. I think we talked about how fluid he looks when he turns upfield and goes Foots when we were talking on the show. But don't mistaken it for some earth-shattering speed. Like this isn't like, oh, I'm gonna send him up the seam and run past everybody. No. Remember, I said any tight end can run a seam shot because teams aren't normally focusing on the tight end up the seam. They're focusing on the receiver, so you're going to get that look. There was a statistic where tight ends run against zones at a ridiculously high rate. Like they don't play against man that often. It's against zone. So most tight ends can run up the seam. And this whole thing about getting deep and let's send our tight end downfield. There was only 3 guys in the entire National Football League last year that saw more than 12 or 10 targets 20 yards down the field. Tight ends live 10 yards and in. They live 15 yards and in, mostly 10 yards and in, right? Yeah. And if there was something to knock Schoonmaker on, because we like his blocking. We think he can catch pretty well. If there's a thing to knock him on, he only has 3 career contested catches. So is this a guy you're going to throw these big jump balls to? Is this a guy you're going to, you got faith in sending him across the middle to take on? We know Ferg can be a contested catch guy. He did that in Wisconsin a lot. We saw it last year. We struggled with Schultz doing that last year, right? Schultz had some drops. We was like, come on, man. It was a tough catch, but it's contested catch. We know that Hendershot, not that great at that. We saw Hendershot make a contested catch and interception what happened because he's tipping it up. So could Schoonmaker be a guy where they look at the film, look at the trace, and they say, okay, maybe Michigan didn't use him a certain way, Vach and Foots, but we can use him in this type of way. What would that be? Like, what trait would that be?
When you watch Michigan, they're mostly going to run the football. Like they're a running football team. And look, if it's anything that Dallas has hit on, Dalton Schultz was a blocking tight end in college. Ferguson was a blocking tight end in college, right? They will take these. If it's Londa Wells, get them up a raise or something. But they've taken these guys that are blocking guys. And if they're looking for upside for receiving, if that's what they're looking for, but they just want secure blocking guys, that's what they have track records of doing. So I'm positive they could take a guy like Schoonmaker, put him in this system, elevate him by Dak, surround him with his talent. You already know Brandon Cook's going to take the top off of things. Ferguson's going to be the main guy, CeeDee Lamb. And then, you know what I'm saying?
I don't mean to focus on just one, but it's just so interesting that he constantly keeps talking about Jake Ferguson and coming at Jake Ferguson. Iceberg Slim says he's a better athlete than Jake Ferguson. Sure, the numbers show he runs faster, he does this, he does that. But I watched Jake Ferguson in college, in the National Football League, make contested catch after contested catch, make dudes miss after the catch, get up in the air, stretch out. He's doing things that you would consider athletic. Right? So
this is what we got to find out
that about him.
This is what we got to find out.
Because he didn't run a 4.4? That's
Iceberg Slim.
That's not the testament of athleticism.
This is what we got to find out. This is what I asked myself. Gave myself a second. I said, okay, where's the why? We have a new play caller.
Sure.
Got to remember that part. I think Mike wants to live in 12. I think Mike says, I want to run the ball on the edge, right?
We go.
And I think that he wants to, if then, call plays where it's if they're giving us this, if they're giving us this, right, Sky, then we can leak him to the flats. He was leaked to the flats a lot in that Michigan Jim Harbaugh offense, where he's a wing, he's coming in motion pre-snap, they're giving that good ride and decide, boom, he's to the flats, boom. That's where I'm thinking this is where we justify.
You make a fantastic point, Foots, about potentially living in 12. And Martise called in and talked about about that. And if you're going to live in 12, Jake Ferguson and Schoonmaker give you, I think, a better 12 than Hendershot and Jake.
Yes,
I don't Sky.
Yes,
who you want to put 1 or 2 or whatever.
I'm going to tweet that, Sky, and hopefully that settles people down. I think that's where you have to say. Because now your edge runs make sense because he can block at the end. If he can reach at the end,
he can get busy in the block.
He can reach at the end, Scott. If you want to run outside zone with TP, he can get on that upfield shoulder.
Put the tape on. I think there was a couple reps where you see him kind of reach and flip, and you're a little bit impressed. It's not over.
That's a good block, right?
It's not over here, bro. I don't see it.
You don't see it on my side? The film?
Yeah, I don't see it on my side.
Let's see. Hold on.
I don't know why it's coming in black on my side.
Okay, let me close it and open it back up.
Here's what I do. I'll re-upload it.
Okay, do that.
I'll re-upload it.
I'll just remove the source. There
you go. But I want to say there are a few reps in there where he was reaching and flipping.
Right, and so I guess what I'm saying is to your point, Sky, how we graded him. There are people who like him better than Laporta. There are people who like him as a complete tight end better than Musgrave, not better than Mayer and Kincaid, obviously not. But there were people, and somebody made a good point. How was he used, right? At Michigan. Michigan was going to run the ball. I follow Blake Corum. You know, Blake Corum's from the DMV area, Virginia. They're running the football. Like that's what they want to do, Vosh. That's what got them in trouble.
Yeah.
In the championship game. They couldn't throw it away. They didn't have any real weapons on the edge. They did press the ball to Schoonmaker in that game, in the championship game. Matter of fact, didn't he have a big play in that TCU game, if I'm not mistaken, guys?
Schoonmaker?
Yeah, like a fumble or something happened, or
I'm going to do a thorough film session after this.
Watch, I think what will happen is we'll end up making a lot of pick of the sense. I mean, I said pick, sensitive pick. Excuse me.
Okay.
Based on us,
I think we're doing
Mike McCarthy want to live in 12 person.
Yeah, I think we're doing a good job of making it make sense, and that's what I put it back in here, bro.
Okay.
And that's what I always tried to preach leading up to this. I can see it now.
That block right there is enough to say he's willing, dude.
Run it back. Oh, can I rewind it? Yeah, I can rewind. There we go.
Wing. He's a wing right there, guys. Yeah. He's now inserting into the play. That's good football, Slim.
I love this play. We try to run that with Dalton. I know he's smooth. We try to do that with Dalton Schultz, and it was just clunky.
Yeah.
Look, that's
to the
Campbell.
Second level. That's Jack Campbell.
That's
Jack Campbell.
Right.
It's him out in the route, dealing with the physicality.
6'5".
That's a great kid. That's a great kid.
Wingspan.
One thing you probably won't get out of him is some supreme route running, though. That's why he's probably going to have to live in that intermediate to right now level.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's a good little wide stop. Sit down. Look at his base right there. That's good base. That's teaching tape right there, Sky, as a blocker.
This is where he's going to live, man. That's where he's going to help you. I think he's going to help you right now as a blocker, and now it's back. You know what? And my whole side over here didn't see none of that. Run it back and let it go.
I could watch this for the rest until we pick.
And now it's back to the black screen for whatever reason. I don't know, man. Don't even worry about it.
Hey, man, this was all on the fly, man. Y'all just got to understand. You got to understand.
Tucker Craft.
I got caught up in watching. I forgot to bring it back over.
Tucker Craft. The Packers drafted two tight ends, huh? The Packers got Tucker Kraft and Musgrave, huh?
Yeah,
they doubled down.
What?
So they want to be the Patriots.
They doubled down on tight end. Damn, man, Tucker Kraft's such a big dude, man. Just
hey, Schoonmaker a big dude. I looked at this matchup, was like really looked at him.
Yeah,
he's 6'5", 250. He man, look, you know, we made fun of it last year with Jake Ferguson, but he literally is the type that they love. Yeah. If you're 6'5", you about 240 to 245, 250, you white. They love you at tight end. They love you at tight end. All right, so I got it going on my channel. So I'll let it play a little bit here for those on my side who didn't get a chance to see what we were talking about with Schoonmaker.
So again, go ahead.
Be clear. We like Schoonmaker.
Yeah. The value is iffy. Yeah, but if you look at the tight ends coming off the board, though, right? Let me take a look at the tight ends here. If you really like Schoonmaker, right? Then Brenton Strange came off the board, Tucker Kraft came off the board. Basically everybody but Darnell Washington. So maybe that knee thing is a real life thing. But tight ends has really started coming off the board for you, you know, and just get your guy. If that's the case, get your guy, you know?
Yeah.
If you miss out on Musgrave and Kincaid and those guys, just get Schoonmaker, move on.
So he's 25 too. I didn't realize that. Just saw that.
Hey, that means he's seasoned. that means he's seasoned. So
that means he might have already had some of his peanut butter.
After this, man, the Colts get Josh Downs.
Do we? That's a good pick for that. In all seriousness, though, does that lower his ceiling? Is he? I mean, he's a high floor guy already. But is he closer to being who he's going to be?
I think he is, and that's where I think you may have the advantage of the older tight end, because tight ends normally year one aren't the best, you know, fresh out the box guys. But hey, if he has some nuance at tight end already, he should be good to go. Listen, fellas, we're at Pittsburgh's pick at 80. Cowboys are 10
so
picks.
We coming around the corner.
Yeah, we are right around the corner. What's the business here? What we thinking? Let me just kind of offensive line.
I guess we got to reset.
Let me go reset and see what came off the board. Last couple picks. Josh Downs just went to Indianapolis. That's a good pickup for Anthony Richardson.
It's great value.
Tucker Kraft, Byron Young, the outside linebacker, went to the Rams. Mapu went to Patriots. Such a Patriots pick. And Zach Harrison, see here, went to the Falcons, and we are at the Panthers pick right now.
And before we get into that real fast, we just got to tap in with one of our show sponsors. They make this thing work here. Short Dog, what up?
What's up, bro? You know, holding it down, bro. I'm a little bit hurt at Schoonmaker.
Ooh, Slim, I'll take it, bro.
24. I don't hate the pick, bro. Just thought there was some other things we could have tapped in. But hey, Vach, look, we still got the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. And you know one thing about Vach and the voice over here, bro, is we don't duck and dodge nothing. So we're gonna be here for it all. We'll rely on you to fill us in, and we take marching orders from them. Everybody like and subscribe. Flywalker still hit him up, like him. Vach, turn him up. He's almost at 80K. Get the voice out there, bro. You know what it is, Vach. Love.
Appreciate it, Short Dog.
Hey, that's love, Short Dog.
Hey, man, Short Dog.
Always show love, man.
Hey, my man, he in and out like a robbery.
That's why I just brought him on in. Short Dog know how to get in and get right back out. Okay, so the Cowboys on the pick. They're on 9 more picks here. Panthers pick is in.
The Panthers traded in, by the way.
Panthers traded into that pick. This got to be guard, or is it anybody else on the board that's just glaring? DeJuan Jones probably going to fall to day 3 because he's an injury guy. Same with Darnell Wright, probably day 3 dude because he's an injury guy. Foots, your Northwestern pass rusher is there. Adetomiwa Adewabare. He's around, just kind of floating around. Kobe Turner's another tackle I like from Wake Forest, but I don't think we're going to tackle him. Just speaking for everybody. Is running back an option right now?
Say running back.
Yeah.
Kendrick Miller came off the board.
That's where I'm going. I would go Tajay Spears. I think you're wiped out at guard.
I take Zavala. I don't think you're wiped out.
You're not wiped out, but I have now. I'll say this.
Oh, you know who they're going to
take. I have Tajay higher than Zavala, but it's the need now. It's the need now. They're
going to take Simpson or Henley Wash.
Which I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at Trent Simpson. You could talk me into that now. that makes the Schoonmaker pick feel a lot better.
Not for me.
Not for me.
Not for me.
Because guard and receiver keep getting more difficult.
Look, I'm past the Schoonmaker pick already.
Do you go Voorhees, Sky?
I'm just trying to get my guard.
So,
Do
Fuss,
you go Voorhees, Sky?
No,
Fuss,
I go
I asked him this.
Zavala.
Yeah. So Fuss, I asked him this, right?
I like Brayden Daniels too.
Do you think the Cowboys are just banking on the idea that Tyler is going to be a guard for him this year, and they're just not looking at guard at all? Because the only guards that's left over is, Whippler's a center, Chandler Zavala, and in my personal opinion, Antonio Mafia. Everybody else would just kind of let me down. Bradford from LSU is not a good player to me. He'll just let me down. Voorhees would have to be a red shirt guy. Everybody else is day 3 dudes. Jalen Duncan is a tackle that could go today. Foots, do we have to go O-line here, or are they going to shock us again?
I think you got to go O-line here.
I got a feeling they're not going O-line here.
I do too.
I got a feeling.
I'll tell you this: you're not drafting a receiver in this draft. So
how you know?
Done.
This round or this draft?
This draft, it's done. There is none but minis on the board.
Well,
you can forget it.
Foots, Michael Wilson, A.T. Perry, Tyler Scott, Keyshawn Boutte is off the board. Trey Palmer, Parker Washington. I think it's some guy. Charlie Jones is a guy that I like a bunch.
That's my guy, but I don't see Dallas drafting a receiver.
If I had to think outside the box, I think Dallas might have guards on day 3 they feel good about, right? Remember, so here's the thing about this process. We have guys we like. We have guys we believe in, yada, yada, yada. But the team may have a guy higher. Schoonmaker, for instance, may have a guy much higher or they feel much better about that they believe will be there. The Schoonmaker pick definitely gives me vibes of, us 3 would like to get a guard here, but maybe they say, shoot, Bradford will be there tomorrow. Mafi will be there tomorrow. Curtis, whoever else. One of the guys will be there tomorrow.
Hold on, Scott.
Hold on, I ain't finished. And they go BPA here in round 3, and the BPA could be a position that we're not a guard. Put it that way.
Well, see, that's where I think now I won't say we overthinking it, but I don't want to we need a starter. We need to get a guy. We need somebody to start a guard. But
that was my point of what I was saying is maybe they believe that guy is there tomorrow. If I'm thinking outside the box, right? We want the guard right now. But maybe they say, man, there's about 4 or 5 of those dudes we can get tomorrow that come in here and play. If Dallas is thinking that, they could just take the linebacker. Round. They could take the running back here. And I just got this kind of the Schoonmaker pick is making me get that vibe, is what I'm saying. That they'll pass, like Vlad said, they'll pass on the lineman.
I get what you're saying.
Because honestly, Mafia and Zavala are your last starters, in my opinion. They're your last guys that's gonna come in and start for your day 1, if that's gonna be the case. If it's not those dudes, and I just think in real life they're anticipating Tyler Smith just being a left guard for you.
Anything on the Alabama kid?
Which one?
Emil Jr. We're just gonna go there.
Ekiyor, he ain't good. We just
okay.
We just watched him in the Patreon the other day, but I think he'll be a really good center, but not a guard for us. Like he's only a center for me because he's not powerful enough. He is a feisty player, but not powerful enough.
I heard them bring up the Eastern Michigan kid a few weeks back, City So.
That's the one.
Could that be a potential there?
That's the one, Scott. But let me ask you this. So, all right, I guess I just want to challenge a few thoughts here.
Iceberg, they just did, bro.
Oh, Iceberg, yeah, he.
No, you said how the hell we have Schoonmaker higher than Drew? That's what we was asking. Like, I don't.
Iceberg on one tonight. Here's the deal, right, Scott? I want me and you to have this conversation. I don't know if you're gonna get a 4th round guard that's ready to go, and I can't think for 1 second that they think that.
Well, Mafi
the last one. Mafi and Zavala the last
one. Bro. Like if Mafi,
that's what I'm saying. If you like Zavala, you better draft him here. Can't play around with it.
The Zavala is a very active guard. My goodness, he got some feet. He moved, man. But what will concern you, Vach, about Zavala? You watched him thoroughly.
Power. I think he's a good movement guy. I think he's a good pass blocker. I think he's a really good reach blocker. There's a handful of guys in this draft as guards are really good reach blockers. He's the poor man, not Zavala, but Avila. He's the poor man's Avila. I hope that ain't racist because they're similar, whatever. But he's the poor man him. But he doesn't have that anchor, that pure base, that pure power that I like in my guards. He's strong enough. I think he's strong enough, but he's not consistently digging people out of A gap. But is he a guy that can start for you? I think he's a guy that can start for you. He'll just be a Conor McGovern type guy. But a Conor McGovern type guy would be better than a Chuma Adoga type character right now. So it's only 2 starters left over for me. That's Mafia and Zavala.
So now when you look at other positions and you see a Deion Henley, you see a
that's what I'm saying. Simpson was brought in. Henley, linebacker. We talk about dark horse picks right here. Linebacker feels like, and I don't even call that dark horse because they have interest in Henley. They have interest in Simpson. Corner. Could corner be dark horse?
I want to go on record that if they were to draft Tajay Spears here,
running back, so many running backs were still on the board.
But I love, you know how I felt about Spears.
Yeah, Spears, your guy.
The cornerbacks left over, right? No safety besides Brian Branch. So Clark Phillips, Keely Ringo is a guy that we thought. Hodges Tomlinson from TCU. Darius Rush from South Carolina. Corey Trice from Purdue. Those are some of the last.
Corey Trice might. Hey, that's a dark horse candidate right here.
Yeah,
if they're out on a Boss Man Fat, they're out on Nation, which those 2 dudes got benched, right?
They did, rightfully so.
Corey Trice got the side.
What? Tajay Spears coming off the board here at Tennessee.
Go Spears.
I was on it, man.
Okay, so if we get another running back, that could be.
Oh man, that's
maybe they'll.
That was my guy, man.
That running back about to happen right now.
I'm not tripping. There's so many running backs I like,
Tampa
bro.
Bay.
Oh my gosh.
Tampa Bay, Seattle got their guy. I can see Miami getting a running back.
Hopefully nobody screenshots my face right now.
Somebody did a Schoonmaker joint, and we just looked dejected.
I know.
we didn't look happy.
I don't like how they did. It was the shock of the damn pick. And it's going.
Why they take Tajay from me, y'all?
It's going.
Why they take Tajay from me, y'all?
Twitter right now.
Hey,
that's not right, Sky.
Can't have who you want.
Listen, look.
Can we all kind of agreement that Zavala needs to be the pick here, and I just go to sleep?
Or
so I can feel good. Like
I would rather Mafia than Zavala, but sure, either one of those characters would be fine. Either one of those dudes would be cool with me. But hey, this thing, you know,
am I on an island here? I ain't that gung ho about Tank Bigsby.
Tank Bigsby has horrible vision. He loves to run away from dudes that's blocking for him, and he loves to run into.
I like Zach Evans. If you want to change, and you want a physical guy,
I like Zach.
I like Zach Evans more than I like Tank Bigsby.
Yeah.
Dwayne McBride,
Rashawn.
Rashawn Johnson. Excuse me.
A-Chain. I like all those guys better than Bigsby.
I like Israel Abakanda, man.
I like Anaconda more than Bigsby. Yeah,
you could talk me into A-Chain too, y'all.
You want one of these? You want an explosive, a little fast. You want somebody to replace?
I want Juice, bro.
You want Juice? I ain't mad at that, bro. I'm not even mad at that. You know, because
not even replace guy, but just like
that's replacing. He ain't coming back. TP ain't get re-signed, man. You know that.
Nah.
Yeah. Diaby was another guy that wasn't that fun to me. He wasn't a very fun to watch, but he comes off the board. Here he is, Yaya Diaby from Louisville. I mean, he's an athlete, you know, and his cousin play on the team with him. Yazir.
Trey Fargo, don't put that in the air.
What do you say?
Max Dugan at 90.
No. Don't even talk.
If you want to see me catch an attitude,
I'm going to bed. I'm not breaking it.
We won't break it down. I'll say, all right, y'all. Talk to you later.
I'm not coming back tomorrow.
You know what, Scott? You know what, Scott? After these guards, let's go get Simpson, and let's just play great defense. Because if you get Simpson, that feels great to me.
All right, so let's fight, Foots.
Let's fight.
I like Henley better.
Let's get Henley. I'm not gonna fight you.
Oh,
Henley's better.
Okay.
I'm not gonna fight you.
Simpson's just scaring me because, like, I don't know that I can trust him to play pure linebacker.
Is he a linebacker?
I think linebackers in the cards though. At some point, like you have to, like Van Der Esch only on a 1 year deal, maybe two and some change, two and a non-guaranteed.
God, he's so athletic, but
yeah.
Honestly, this sounds crazy, but I'm not saying he drew or anything like that. But I like him coming forward, using his speed. You know what I'm saying? Keep him. No, Simpson. Well, both of them honestly. But Simpson. if I had to say who I want in the middle, I'd rather pick Henley because I feel like he just seems more of a general. But Simpson's so damn athletic, and he can cover. He can cover, but it scares me if I'm asking him to be a general. That's all.
Okay.
That Tyjae Spears took it out of Foots, bro. He
don't even want to be here no more. Foots ready to go.
I'm here, y'all. We gonna get through all these picks. We're gonna get through all these picks. I'm gonna just say that the reason why I was so high on Spears is because I think that he comes in, and when Tony's out the game, you don't lose anything.
Yes. Look. Yeah. Well, wait. When Tony, who'd you say? Spears.
When he comes in because
A-Chain can do that for you, right?
Yeah.
Yes. On Gibbs. So Foots wants the consolation Gibbs prize. That was
I'm the other way, Foots. I want to compliment to Tony.
I agree.
That's why I'm like Roshan. That's why I'm like
Zach Evans.
You need to draft Zach Evans, Sky.
Well, I'm gonna make Zach Evans, McBride the same tier to me. I think they could be, really good, but I like Dwayne McBride the second level more than I like Zach Evans. Neither of them are pass catching dudes, but
Tony is.
And Tony is, right? Yep. I think Malik could probably do some things there too. Your boy McIntosh, but I think he can go way later.
McIntosh going tomorrow.
If you want a linear runner, Israel Abaconda can be that guy for you.
I like Israel.
Yeah, he's
but I don't like him.
He's linear. He ain't gonna do too much for you. He ain't making a whole bunch of dudes miss, but boy, he gonna get there fast.
Damian Pierce, guys, last year, third round back. Who's this year's Damian Pierce? Is it
Roshan Johnson or something?
I'm about to say Roshan might be the one. Some people might say Tank, but Damian Pierce, I don't think there is a Damian Pierce physicality left here.
He was physical.
Oh McBride run like that a little bit. You know what I mean?
McBride big. He actually
Zach Evans run like that a little bit.
Zach Evans does. Y'all want to narrow this thing down to a position for the Cowboys? Just tell me yes or no. And yes can be a possible, right? So DBs?
No.
D line?
No.
Running back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Linebacker?
Yeah.
Yes.
O-line?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Receiver?
I'm out on these receivers.
Tyler Scott, A.T. Perry, Trey Palmer, some Charlie Jones, and some day 3 guys.
Don't sleep on Parker Washington. But no.
Okay. So what we and tight ends are going to. So what we're left with is O-line, linebackers, and running backs. We already know the running backs left over: A-Chain, McBride, Bigsby, Roshan Johnson, your guy Chase Brown. I saw some people say Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn might be a tomorrow guy. Israel,
but I am not.
Okay, real quick, y'all. While we have some time, I just saw something that somebody replied to me on Twitter, and I think this is a really good point. And I actually want to shout him out, Derek Rodriguez. Vach, I think it goes to. I think Vach, you made this point. I believe he would have been gone by now when they're talking about Schoonmaker, and I believe that was where they wanted to attack. That was the position that they just felt like they had to have. Mm-hmm. So some of that wasn't fluff. They just got wiped. They not got wiped out early, but he's basically saying that Schoonmaker would have been gone by now, and that they had to draft him around early.
So,
and I think you guys kind of hit on that.
The conversation we got to have though about the tight end. Look, the fluff, the propaganda, all that was about tight end in round 1.
Yeah.
It wasn't about tight end. Period. I think we tried to make that a point that we figured they'd go tight end in this draft, but round 1 we believe was bullshit. Like I didn't believe that because if they wanted to get a wide tight end in round 1, the wide tight end was sitting there.
Yep.
And they passed on him. Yep. So
Devin A-Chain off the board, guys, by the way.
To the Dolphins?
Are you to the Dolphins?
They are so fast, bro. Damn, they're so fast.
Is that the fastest team of all time?
Yeah, it gotta be. It gotta be.
A-Chain.
I'm crying, by the way.
Both of your boys are gone.
Both of your running backs.
Waddle.
3 of their running backs fast.
Don't forget Mozart, if he's still there.
Mostert and them boys, yeah.
Mostert. Is he still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
He is. You know what's interesting about A-Chain? He runs pretty decently between the tackles.
Yeah.
He itty bitty though.
No, he's small. He's small, boy.
So where we at? 84?
84. So like I was saying though, right? So we got running backs. A-Chain.
Hey, I think this might be running. Are we getting to that point where they get scared? They did it with tight end because the viewer made sense. I think they did get a little nervous and they jumped and got Schoon.
So if y'all had to pick, right? Let's just say 5 guys: Antonio Mafi, Chandler Zavala, Deion Henley, Trent Simpson, and pick a running back. What y'all thinking?
Zavala for me.
Out of that list, it's got to be O-line, right?
Unless they view Mafi in this tier. If they do, I'd like Mafi. But also, Aisha pointed something out a few weeks ago when we were talking about Mafi. I think there's an injury thingy with him. I think there's a little injury nervousness with him too.
Jeez, man.
We all gassed. We just like,
Well,
hey, man, hey, Vaj, I'm looking at Vaj's body language. Like, my mom was watching the other day. She was like, man, that Vaj has a lot of great energy. Y'all make a great team. Oh, Henry's off the board.
Deion Henley just went to Chargers.
Just went to the Chargers.
Okay, well, maybe running back or maybe linebackers back. So I think it's because we got a little bit thrown in round 2. Right, because we're supposed to be sitting here like, all right, man, we got the trenches taken care of. We can just kick back. Whatever tight ends there, Tucker Kraft looks like he's still about to be here. Whatever receiver they want, whatever running back they want.
Yeah, Kraft gone. Kraft
gone. Okay.
Yeah, they the tight ends left right now are Darnell Washington, Davis Allen, Zach Kuntz, Payne Durham, which I know that they like, and y'all's got Wiley.
They could have sat there, Darnell Washington.
Man, we could have walked out this thing.
I think DeJuan Jones is still on the board.
Yeah, DeJuan Jones has a knee issue. I'm hearing. Oh, he has a little injury situation. Him and Darnell both have injury situations. All right. So what we gonna do? Running backs, O-line, linebackers.
It's still O-line for me, man. Zavala's a number 1 guard on the board, unless again Mafi. If you are higher on Mafi, but he's there. Like your plug and play guard is still there, and if you do that, the initial sting of Schoonmaker in round 2, I think fizzles away a little bit. Because I'm going to tell myself we got the guard in round 2 when we got Schoonmaker.
Yeah, you just flip it. Yeah, that's it. And you go to bed tonight, and then we get our picks in the rest of the draft.
Good go.
Yeah. All right, but we'll see. Hey, so the only man, I don't think I have a straight up upset pick, but if it's like Anthony Bradford from LSU, me and Will still did some work on that.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah, if it's Anthony Bradford, bro, I'd be pretty upset.
That clip you sent me, when they was talking about him, what in the hell was they watching?
What was they looking at? What did they see in Anthony Bradford, bro?
He said, yeah, man, he handled Jalen. Jalen Carter whooped him.
I watched that film, dog. You ain't got to lie to me, cuz. You got to lie to me, dog.
Now, when he was at the second level in that game, he was doing some solid things, but at the line of scrimmage against Jalen Carter, stop lying, bro. Wait.
Let me run to the phone real fast, man. Brandon from Franklin Football is on the phone. What's up, Brandon?
That's my guy.
But Foot Sky, what's going on, fellas?
What's good with you, player?
What's up, homie?
Ain't none, man. We are getting wiped, bro. This is rough.
Hey, man, that's what happens when you win games, man. You get to draft at the back of this shit. That's how it go.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, double-edged sword. But so since we kind of in like a late second day situation, even though DeJuan has a alleged knee situation, would you still take a chance on him, or is that still too high for your taste?
If he's falling like this, then it must be a bad situation. You already know DeJuan Jones, my guy. You know what I mean? DeJuan's my dude. But if he's falling like this by all these teams, bro, like it's probably like some terrible shit. Probably.
No doubt. So we done talked off the air. We done texted off the air about Deion Henley and his family things. I think that LA was probably the worst place for him to go. You feel me?
Okay, so yeah, so Brandon, if you want to go ahead and tell the people what me and you talked about, then you can go ahead and run that. I'm not gonna be the one to break that news, but I'll let you go ahead and say that.
So Deion Henley's pops is like a big crip. That's Big U. He a rolling 60, right?
Okay.
Big crip. and the worst possible place for him to go was LA, because obviously he will be able to get his pops in all of the games. You don't want him to set trip at any type of game.
Oh man.
So I think that LA was probably the worst place for him to go.
Man,
and I think that's why he fell so far, honestly.
You know, boy,
because
playing against Tampa Bay, boy.
Even though he specifically don't have any character concerns,
playing against Chiefs, boys,
you got to worry about what his people may do, right?
I wish San Fran would wear them jerseys.
You stupid.
Yeah, they would. But yeah. I don't think that's gonna be a huge deal, man. Dayon's gotten here. He's gotten this far without having those kind of issues under his name. His papa might still be tripping. As long as it's not like a what's my man that play basketball? Like a Ja Morant situation. As long as it ain't like that. But it could be a Ja Morant situation. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know what these. Oh my God, the Ravens, man.
What they got?
Trent Simpson.
Ravens got Trent Simpson, man. Boy, when it rains, it pours.
Ravens just
rains,
do what they do draft.
Hey,
real quick, I want to shout out two people. So Frankie's still on my bed. I'm sorry. Yeah,
that was good. Go ahead, Foots.
Yeah, the Ravens just make good picks, guy. That's what they do.
They just sit there and make good picks. Yeah.
And then when they draft them, you just like, oh, okay, it makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I want to shout out my homie Swag. Well, one of my head coaching, somebody who I learned under. He's watching the show. He said, "Man, Foots, you look pissed right now." And then one of my best friends, Christian, he actually sent a screenshot to my phone and said,
"Bro,
I got a screenshot for you."
They killing us on Twitter, dog.
Hey, Sky, it comes with the territory. I can't fake it, bro.
Right now from our reaction.
Hey, Christian, save that. Well, I'm gonna put. I can't fake it, dog. Like, especially when your guys go. Like,
we just don't have the answers right now. There's just too much going on right now.
We can't fake the. I can't. Like, I know Daniel Jeremiah and them sit up there and lie to y'all. I ain't gonna do it. Like, I ain't. And Mel, Mel, like somebody said, like, Mel got the best job ever. He could be wrong and still get a raise. I'm like, man.
I like so Mel Kiper, and shout out to Mosier, because he been dropping he drops a lot of Mel Kiper old videos, old takes, and just breaking down to the player. When Mel was breaking down the player, it's actually really good shit. But when he starts to try to predict, hey, he's going to be the next this and that, then he going to get in trouble. But the actual breakdown is pretty dope.
All right, Brandon from Frank Football. You have anything else before we?
Hey, that's my dog. Appreciate you, Brandon.
Before we get out of here and get ready for this Cowboys pick and 3 picks.
I don't think that the Schoonmaker pick really hurt me as much as losing Spears off the board, because the tight end situation is you just roll the dice and hope that you hit, right? Mm-hmm. That's my philosophy on tight end. But Tajay Spears, he was, like you said earlier, he was my hopeful replacement for Gibbs, because I think that he was just that dynamic. Yeah. I don't think that there is a replacement in my heart for him.
All right, appreciate you, Brandon from Frank Football. We're about to prep up.
A couple picks away.
So get this pick in, man. Appreciate you, brother. Volume actually, this is crazy. Volume actually took the video and got our.
Oh no! I gotta go see.
Thanks, Volume.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Hey, Gabby's killing me.
No, we was stuck. Look.
Wait, we not.
Look at my face.
Oh, we was stuck. What's blinking?
Oh, wow, we weren't froze. Wow.
Oh, kill! I thought that was a picture.
Froze.
Bro, nah. We was just
the volume. Oh, y'all ain't right. Hey, Brumley, remove thy video.
No, we were just stuck. That's crazy.
Dog, we done, y'all. We done.
Let me retweet this, dog.
So a couple of years ago when we lost to the Niners, bro, they got Law. They put Law in the compilation of Cowboy fans' reactions, man.
Oh man,
I ain't trying to be no compilation of Cowboy fans' reactions.
no, I don't want
to Schoonmaker because they're gonna take this wrong, right? It ain't about the player, man. We just thought we was gonna get a different player at this spot.
I'm trying to get interviews from these guys now. Hey, you're those guys that no.
Hold on, let me go see this real quick. We 2 picks away.
That ain't us.
Hey, Brumley, we gonna have words, Brumley.
Yeah, bro, we gotta talk, man. All right, y'all. Can we
get them? Don't worry about it.
Can we get a prediction? What the business is? Where we
at? The linebackers gone, unless they want Overshown, but that seems like a super reach.
Yeah, Overshown's probably gonna be a tomorrow.
Unfortunately, they can't take Darnell Washington. They could have just took the damn guard in round 2.
Yeah.
For me, it's Zavala. I mean, I don't know their interest in him. Lineman, running back, kind of where I'm at right here.
Yeah.
Lineman, running back, value-wise.
Tank Bigsby goes off the board to Jacksonville. I'm fine with that.
I'm fine, yeah.
Maybe they might go running back.
So the run on backs, is it happening right now? Like is this forcing the Cowboys to no, bro. Come on, man. I think it's got to be running back or O-line though, right?
It's always one person.
It's got to be running backs or O-line, right?
Let's see.
Boy, they showing all the good Bigsby runs, boy, because in real life, Bigsby like to run into the back of his people.
I think Roshan Johnson might be in play here, Vach.
Here?
Yeah, I'm thinking running back, man.
Yeah, at 3. In the 3rd round, excuse me. Yeah.
Because of essentially because of the run that's happening right now on the running backs.
If we go running back right here, then Tyler Smith plays guard for you next year.
Who's your tackle?
I mean, we don't know.
I mean,
Tyron.
The way they be talking about, and we said this was a flawed thought, but the way they talk about Tyron is like, all right, we just bank on Tyron being tackled.
Let me cover up this chat box. Cover up your chat boxes, y'all, because you already know.
Yeah, we are getting close. You're right.
No,
I do like Braden. I do like Braden Daniels, but I don't like him here.
I do not. You have Braden Daniels. You have Braden Daniels at home already, bro. Yeah.
Bro, I would draft DeJuan Jones and build him a new knee. That's me.
Man, we got the best doctors in the league, man. Give me DeJuan Jones.
Man, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would draft DeJuan Jones.
Do what with that man?
DeJuan Jones?
Put him at left tackle.
Put him at left.
Oh, wow.
And I don't say that much. You never hear me say put anybody at left tackle. I want to keep Tyler Smith out there, but what I saw, he played some left tackle at the Senior Bowl.
See, if Terrence Steele was a good left tackle, this would be an easy conversation. If Terrence Steele was a good
I don't see him as no damn left tackle, but
me neither.
If he having injury issues right now at 6'8", 400 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
He's not 400, Will. Still.
Bro, he's 380.
That ain't 400.
I am rounding up.
This is crazy.
I said stop playing my dog.
This shit is crazy.
Bro, hey, does Jalen Duncan do anything for you, Vach?
I like Jalen Duncan, man.
He was early on, like in that 2 round range, and
yeah, he kind of fell down a little bit. I like Jalen Duncan. Jalen Duncan has fantastic feet, great movement guy, great pass blocker. As a run guy, he's a fine run guy. You know, he's not a bad run guy. But if he's gonna be tackle for you, then Tyler would be his help guy. So he'll be fine.
And shout out to everybody who, like my buddy just texted me, everybody who's rocking with us they say they staying with us till the end of the draft, y'all. Like, that's dope. Like,
I'm not gonna be here to the end of the draft, but I appreciate y'all rocking with us to the end of the 3rd round. I appreciate y'all.
Salute. I ain't gonna be here to the end of that.
I appreciate y'all rocking. Y'all can follow me on Twitter, and we're gonna be talking to the end of the draft. But the 3rd round is where we're gonna be at.
Y'all, what if it's Bradford, bro?
I'm not gonna finish the 3rd round. We're gonna be chilling.
Let me tell you,
if it's Bradford, Will Still, I'm leaving.
If it's Bradford, look, I can talk everybody into a Schoonmaker. I can talk. I like Schoonmaker's film, so it's not the film that I dislike. I don't like Bradford, so what I'm gonna have to do, I'd have to revisit it, go watch like 7 other games somewhere, and find a damn game that gets me excited, because I watched 2.5 and I was like, I can't do it anymore.
Well, I can honestly say I can say this though, Scott. That's the beauty of it. When they become one of ours, we say, how does this make sense? Like we real live just sat on this live stream and made Schoonmaker make sense.
But I can
yeah, but I watched him against the Alabama and Georgia NFL teams. Was not good.
Who's that? Bradford.
Bradford.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you're right.
Like
If
Doja
like,
probably is better than him, or not probably is going to start over him.
What if it's Sal? What if it's Sal?
That I would lean on y'all and I have to go watch. I don't know about him. That's what I'm saying. City Soul is the guy that they talked about on the draft.
So I think they like him.
I don't have a educated thought on him, so I can't really give y'all that.
No, that's fair, Scott. And we're getting into that range where it's
man. If
So
the Cowboys draft Bradford, I'm literally cutting off the stream, getting up and leaving, bro.
Y'all probably spend all weekend trying to find more film, and
I got food in the microwave too, boy. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Shorter than cook, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. The Rams pick Kobe Turner. I love Kobe Turner, D tackle from Wake Forest, man. Great player.
I keep getting him and the other bull mixed up.
Carl
Brooks, yeah.
Carl Brooks being a fourth round guy is strange to me.
What about
Bosh, we said that. Hold on, Bosh, we said that.
He's still available, ain't he?
Northwestern's still around. Yeah, go ahead.
Northwestern. We said that on they saying DQ on the phone. Let me turn the
turn that off.
Let me turn this off.
DQ is on the phone. So
what if it's Ade?
By the time I feel better about him in the third round than the first, but that's 2 D linemen though.
Yeah, that's crazy. But him and Mozzie in your future. Oh my.
Who's that?
Out of Barre. But I'm just throwing that name out there.
They say DQ on and if DQ on.
Hey, y'all want me to turn it up? I'm gonna turn it up.
Oh, we on? Yeah, turn it up.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, DQ right there.
Drew, come on.
DB. Boy, I have a pace here. Drew, come on, Pierce.
And the Dallas Cowboys with the 90th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. The Dallas Cowboys select
Overshown.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Hey man, linebackers ran out. Overshown.
Okay.
Remember we talked about Henley going off, Simpson going. That's who they probably wanted.
The linebacker ran. Yeah.
So day 2 to me is very much, oh shit, we getting caught with our pants down.
Yeah.
Let's go get the positions that the runs are going.
Yeah, you win games, man. You win games. You pick at the back of the rounds. That's what it is. I will say this about Overshown.
Give it to us.
I don't mind Overshown in the third round. People was talking about Overshown like a first, second round guy. I wasn't a big fan of Overshown there, but the third round you're banking on traits, and I can bank on the Cowboys taking a traits dude and rolling with it. So when you watch him on film, you see him flying around film. You just see him running all over the place. You see him being long. You see him being tall. You see him making plays all over the place. The only we, Cowboys like these long football players, right? I think he's a ceiling guy. Super raw dude right now. He's gonna fly all over the place. You can develop him into a cover guy, into a rundown guy, missile type guy. The problem with Overshown is that he has no clue what he's doing at linebacker right now. If you do any kind of window dressing, he's gonna go and tackle Aaron Andrews on the sideline or whatever, right? But can you develop him? Can you fix his eyes? Can you teach him to read his keys? Can you teach him things like that to secure him as a reader as opposed to just a runner and guesser? He's a big guesser right now. But if you could turn him to an instinct, read, react type of guy, then Overshown's a pretty good value getting him at 90. What you thought of him, Foots? What, Scott?
I just had a question for you and Foots. Is this purely Will type guy, or is this a guy that maybe can convert to being green dot general is the word I've been using over the last couple
I don't think he's green dot guy. I think he's flat out running hit dude.
Okay, so then if I'm moving forward towards the future, Clark can be that. I do believe that he has the potential to be that if they don't want to go draft that guy in early and they didn't do that. And then Overshown can be,
I think these two can be your tandem.
Yes, that's okay.
Yeah, your tandem, right?
Because the truth is, they fell out of favor with Jabril, and
Jabril is not. He's on. Jabril's probably special teams in LB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep. Him and Harper is they're on the bottom part of it. Yeah.
So I had a player who just went.
And Dorian
right
Williams flies right off.
He
So
went right up. I had Dorian and him tags.
They knew something was happening.
I had Dorian and him tags touching, right? But I'll say this: his ceiling. All right, and I'm gonna give you guys one that'll make you guys think, right? Who just got paid in this offseason. His ceiling to me is Tremaine Edmonds.
Because of athleticism.
That's the comp.
Huge though.
He is, but the length and the arm length, and it shows
Edmonds
up
like 6'5", like 260.
I believe
Fuzz is more so alluding to the long missile guy, the long, like okay, it's kind of like how when we watch Dono like play the run or whatever, he kind of got some of that in him, some of that
the kamikaze style play.
That guy. So he's really a will linebacker.
Run, hit, talk shit.
To me, he's a will linebacker that just got to see it better. If he, as long as he's kind of like a run free guy, then cool. I think he can, in theory, deal with blockers, but that's going to mess up his vision.
Sky, I'm sorry to cut you off, but Overshown 6'4", Sky. That's what I'm saying. Like, and
they have him listed here 6'3", 229. 229 is pretty light in the butt for compared to the bull. That's why I said that.
But
I
you know what?
For his length more though.
Yeah. His length. Texas switched their defense. Like as soon as Sarkisian got there, they switched their defense. He was more like an edge guy, but has some of that ability. Then they switched it again last year. So I think the point is like that's when I say that, I'm just saying that's the player that you're getting. Rangy, can cover tight ends.
Play style.
Yeah, his play style, and he can run. He can run.
Yeah. Hey man, fair enough.
That makes me feel a little bit better because I think they'll have a plan for him.
What this means to me is that Tyler Smith playing guard for you next year.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, at this moment right now, a bit disappointed we didn't come out of day 2 with the lineman. Yeah, that's my initial reaction right now. I always talk about what are your initial emotions, then remove your emotions and think about how does this pick make sense. Hey guys, look, I said linebacker. You needed to add to that room because the room was in question. So they took care of that. They got their defensive tackle in round 1. Day 3, they got some work to do.
Sure.
Can I say this though? Can I say this?
Go ahead.
I think that your defense is now super locked in.
Once they got Mozzie, they was.
You have erased all deficiencies from your defense. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Because think about it. You drafted. I mean, well, you didn't draft.
Run game, cornerback 2. Run game,
cornerback 2 is locked in.
Linebacker depth, yeah.
And I think Scott, we started to allude to this as we were doing these. What the team was trying to do. What do we say? Okay, here, this defense is a little bit better than this offense. Let's make this defense the best thing this team does. I think that's okay. To me, I'm not a style point guy. I want to win games. San Francisco's defense was better than this offense last year. That's okay. I'm cool.
You don't got it. You look, the defense with Mozzie was set. We can talk about the defense and this and that, but your offensive line is one giant ass question mark right now. Giant. You're talking about a Tyron Smith. You're not counting on him. Terrence, I think Terrence will be fine. Edoja, that's your left guard. Where's your depth?
It's got to be Tyler.
Where's your depth? Your center's going after this year.
Are they moving still to guard?
Putting Tyron at right tackle?
Do we take Voorhees next round? Scott?
Voorhees can't play for you this year, but I do like Voorhees.
In my mind, Tyler Smith is your left guard, and your left tackle is Tyron/Waletzko. That's just what I think it is right now.
Well, let's go.
They are playing. When I say fire, I mean they're playing with fire.
Playing with fire. They
to get
some risky shit.
You look, Zavala, Mafi. Are those your last 2 plug and play? Well, I say plug and play. I guess you can get a 6th-round guy that beat somebody out on this roster.
Tyler Bias was a 4th-round guy, so it just depends on the.
Yeah.
You got to be fair. You got guys on the offensive line that have pedigree. You know what I mean? It's just that, hey, you're going to take a dude and you're just going to put him next to Pro Bowl Tyler Biadasz and Tyler Smith. Hey, if I really believe in Mafi, though. I just believe in Mafi. But I don't even know if Mafi can be a day 1 starter for real. I don't know, but We're gonna have to see. But just what it looks like right now is that we're just passing on guards. We're just not taking guards. It just looks like Tyler Smith is gonna be a guard for you next year. That's just how it looks.
Real quick before Steelers got Darnell. Is that what just happened?
Wanye Morris to the Chiefs is the pick on the board for me.
Let me ask you this about Overshown for this year.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about it.
Where is he getting on the field?
Ooh,
that's
a good question.
Because here's the thing that's kind of rattling in my head. Last year we saw Dan Quinn, and maybe this wasn't Dan Quinn. Maybe this was George Edwards. George Edwards put a lot of stock in these veterans because they knew what they were doing out there.
So teams, he'll be a teams guy.
So
he has to be a teams guy.
He has to be a teams guy for sure. But is this going to be all right, Overshown? You are a converted safety, so you're still learning the position. Maybe this year is not the year we put you out there to play. It'll be a 2024 type thing, or 5 if depending what happens with LVE. But do we see, besides his injury, do we see a way where Overshown gets on the field and is trusted? Because we were excited about Jabril, but Jabril,
I think he's a better player than Jabril.
I'm just saying we were excited about Jabril.
Mm-hmm.
Jabril was athletic. Jabril can cover. Overshown and Jabril kind of are similar in the sense of they aren't the tackling machine guys. Overshown had like a 19% missed tackle percentage. When I was looking up Drew Sanders was last. Overshown was right around there. Yeah. So is this a guy that's going to take some time? We're not going to put him on the field right now. We'll wait to see if he can develop for year 2. Or is it like, hey, man, throw him out there, let him compete with Damone Clark? Because Damone Clark, I think, has a little bit more up here than him.
So I know Cowboy fans not going to like the sound of this, but I just think that we should just commend the team for this. That, it's just not a lot of places for a rookie to come in and just like be a dude like that. Like them signing back Van Der Esch was like, all right, we've covered our ass now. Everything else is just future. So all these guys really are future. Mozzie's gonna play today, but Mozzie's really a future guy. All these guys are really future guys. Even if they do play today, even if they're teams guys, even if they're rotational dudes, they're future dudes. So in my mind, really Overshown, you're right over Jabril, you're right under Damone. Right. And you just got to come into camp. You just got to show us what you got. If you can prove yourself closer to Damone, then you'll find yourself a rotational guy in this season. If you're closer to closer to Brillo, then you're going to be a teams dude. We'll just figure you out. I don't even know what we're going to do with like Harper this year. So Harper's in that conversation
teams
with
guy. He played a ton of special teams. I'll tell you this now, but you want to talk about athleticism?
Harper can run.
Jabril Cox, Harper, Overshown, Clark. That's stupid athleticism. Man.
That's to answer your question. I want to let Vosh get his thought out, but to answer your question, Sky, I'm going to say this about Overshown. I think that he's going to impress people more. Like I can't say this about Schoonmaker because I'm not going to lie to people. I think that he's going to do some things that people say, this is interesting.
Cover ground
with the length and the way you said cover ground, Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's where I think that if you let him run, so you let LVE just play force.
Oh, LVE has to be your middle guy,
and he's banging. But now you have 2 thumpers in the middle of your defense now with Hankins and Mozzie. Overshown can cover ground. Remember, I said this, guys. Chatbot. Overshown can cover ground. There are people talking about Pace. No, Overshown's a better player than Pace Jr. I'm going to tell you that now. He is. We're not going to do that. Okay. Second round, rich for me because I don't like him over Drew.
Right.
Third round, I think we talked about this, Voch.
We did.
I believe, or maybe me and Sky. Third round, let's have this conversation. Like I feel great about this pick, honestly.
The only problem with Overshown is when he doesn't see it, he guesses. But when he sees it, he gets there fast. He is a dude that can rack up tackles in a game, like 10 tackles.
Can you coach that, Voch?
Speed?
No. Well, you can't coach speed.
Well, so you can't coach instincts, but you can coach somebody how to read keys better.
Go ahead. Sitting here thinking about this as we're talking, because that is a thing, right? But we don't expect him to be middle linebacker guy.
Right? Darnell Washington goes to Pittsburgh. Go ahead.
He did go to Pittsburgh. we are expecting him to be a will, which we got a ton of those, by the way, but we're expecting him to be a will. And I think this is a better player coming in than Harper, right? We can agree with that. Like you said, above Harper, above Cox, below Clark for right now.
Yep.
Mozzie Smith, Hankins, your interior defenders to start the season is extremely better, right? So, like, to start the season, your guys probably going to be way cleaner. So, if Overshown is kept clean, the conversation gets a little spicy now.
It gets a little spicy, Scott. Still,
because
if Dan Quinn says, "Hey, Overshown, I don't want you to read anything. I want you to do what Barr did last year, but you're a better athlete."
Is he better than Barr right now, Foots? Is he better than Barr right now?
For sure.
He's a better athlete.
Is he better than Barr right now as a linebacker? Is he better than Barr?
No, because he's an NFL pro.
So
he's a better athlete.
I saw Barr before Barr got banged up last year, and he was terrible in that San Fran game. But Barr, I saw him use his IQ to get to the spot faster than his athleticism.
IQ get him there.
And he got him there. Where Overshown is probably going to be athlete first until he figures things out. But if he's kept clean, just run hit, talk shit.
We need Sean Lee. we need Sean Lee to go and just let people just chase.
LVE. That's what
it's Van Der Esch. Yeah. Van Der Esch is really your bridge guy to these young guys figure it out for themselves. Really. That's really what Van Der Esch is. And we just can't make a real playoff run without
Van Der Esch is gonna be motherfucking tied. Because they're gonna be asking him a lot of questions in that room.
Good. But to be fair though, this is a really good future. Michael Wills comes off the board to the Cardinals. It's a good future linebacker core.
Right, so I'm in my bag here with these thoughts, man. Another thing.
We're the best in the business.
DQ's a mad scientist.
Yeah.
Do we foresee some weird concoction
Overshown
is
big nickel or
big
something?
Nickel with
with
Dono out there running around too all crazy and like
I honestly don't see that, Scott. I see them.
I'm just trying to. I
want them to put peanut butter on him.
To get him.
I don't hate that though, Scott, because
I want them to put peanut butter on him.
Because look though, no, Foots, listen, Foots. I don't do player comparisons, and I like what Sky's saying, but Donovan Wilson popped up in my head for a reason. You know what I mean? Dono's a safety. I understand that they do different things, but how they attack the run is similar to me.
Yeah.
Right? They're these missile guys that just go after the run. So when Will say that, in my mind, it makes sense because like he can do something like that. He can do some things like that, you know. Think about what Izzy does when Izzy's not covering people once he figured out how to be a little physical, right? Oh, I can see Overshown being an athlete like that, 100%.
No, yeah. So again, Sky so eloquently said it. He's gonna be clean.
What he said, yeah.
Because you got a D line, you got peanut butter in front of him.
You got some guys. What'd you say for ass matters? You got some ass.
You got guys in front of him. And so I think now who's out of favor is Brillo, unfortunately. He's out of favor.
Yeah.
And we just got to come to that. And I think that Damone Clark is your Mike of the future.
That
we
was
know
my,
that
was my thought process with Clark when he got drafted. I thought he was going to replace LVE now. But they brought LVE back. So
yeah.
I feel okay. I feel good. Y'all. I like the Overshown pick. I do.
The Overshown pick not a problem.
The player is fine.
This round. Yeah.
I still got questions about my O-line, but the player, but Overshown in day 2, I'm fine with Overshown in day 2. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem.
And it goes back to how much this team think. Okay, and you know what? We keep forgetting that we got 11 on this defense, y'all. Like,
I forget.
Yeah, you can't forget that. But you basically building guys around him, really. You know what I mean?
That's what. There we go.
Aside from LVE, this is a ridiculously athletic defense. And LVE he's an athlete in his own right. He's 6'5", 260, and he's very smart in coverage or whatnot. But he ain't an athlete. Look, he's the find what don't fit in the picture.
Yeah.
That's LVE out there on the defense.
He is fast till these new dudes get here. You know what I mean? And then
it's hilarious. Remember when LVE first got here? We was like, he could move.
It was fast
because Sean Lee was over there, and Jalen had one knee, and you know what I'm saying. And now it's Oh, these dudes are stupid fast now.
People used to ask me all the time, do I think Van Der Esch got slower? I'm like, nah, I just think this defense got crazy. Like this defense just got fast, and they just beat Van Der Esch to the ball sometimes, man. Just, I don't know, just is what it is. So just a little recap, man. Luke Schoonmaker, tight end from Michigan, and we have DeMarvion. I don't even know how to say his name. For DeMarvion Overshown, DeMarvion, because I know what's name ain't said right. Drew ain't said right. He was like DeMarvion. Overshown. I know he ain't said it right. I just crossed his name out. Don't worry about it. But we'll get it right. We'll hear the guys and gals over at DallasCowboys.com say his name thousands of times. Jerry gonna mess his name up. Will McClay gonna say it right.
I do want to listen to this press. I'm gonna say this.
Oh yeah, I want to.
We're gonna do all that once we get off.
I want to just see what their thought process was in round 2, and honestly, and why not taking a guard here. That's
it goes back to the theme. Yeah. These are physical picks. Even Overshown, he'll hit you now. He ain't got a scare bone in his body. Mozzie is a goon. Schoonmaker is a goon as a blocker. He gonna put paws on you. So I just
remember how earlier we said, is this a situation in round 3 where they believe a guy in round 4 can be there as a guard and they'll go with another position? That's exactly what they did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would love for somebody to ask them that. Like, hey, did you guys go into day 2? Like, look, if our stack says linebacker and tight end are up here, we'll wait till day 3 because we believe Mafi, Zavala, City say what's City say? City so. Who else? Curtis McClendon and McClendon Curtis, whatever his name is. They might feel like that guy's there. So if that is their explanation and they believe they can get a starter, if they come out and tell me, I feel like we can get a starter tomorrow, I fall back.
So, Foots, I'm just seeing in a handful of places on the internets here that the Cowboys plan on making Overshown a pressure player. They're gonna put some weight on him and use him as a blitzing linebacker.
So didn't I say? Hold on. Can I get a drop for peanut butter, Vox? Can I get a drop for peanut butter?
No, Foots. No, just a told you so guy. No, Foots. No, but go ahead.
No. I want to tell you so. I don't want to tell you so. I'm excited. I want to be happy because I'm be honest with you. That's where I see him, Vox. Yeah. Like I see him running around. Remember, I just said let him be our guy.
They got poor man's Nolan, poor man's McDonald, right? Like that 6'3", 240-ish range, 230-ish range guy that they just want to come forward.
Dog, the length is real, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
The length is real. The arm length is real.
So where'd you see that at?
KD Drummond said it on Twitter, and I trust KD as a guy that
J.O. Jonathan Oney said Overshown's your new Luke Gifford. Great value in the 3rd round.
That's terrible.
Does he mean he's your new special teams demon?
He's definitely going to be a special teams guy right now.
Oh, he is. It's never mind. It's sarcasm. I apologize.
Okay.
I was about to say, whoa.
I trust John.
I like that. J.O. knows his stuff.
Delete that one, bro.
Yeah, to me,
man, Gifford. Nah, this kid.
He's gonna be on the field, y'all.
Yeah. For sure. He's
gonna find his way on the field, I believe.
This year?
Yes, I do, and I'm gonna tell you why.
If he's a rusher, Foots, like if he's being a rush guy, I see that. If they're asking him to be react guy as a linebacker, that might be a bit more of a challenge because I think Clark has him beat there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. As a rusher, certain situations, certain pressure packages, that's where I see him. Okay, he's played some stand up. He plays some stand up DN. That's what I'm saying. Like he has that in his bag.
I just read what you talking about. Vach. So he said, I've seen in multiple places that the Cowboys are going to feature him as a pressure player. Where's multiple? Yeah. Let's just listen to the presser.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna check all that out. We're gonna
please
and look, that's just even more content for us to break down slowly. You know what I mean? We'll get to all those things, but I'm sure they're going to ask questions though.
I hope so because they was pressing them. They've been pressing them over the last 2 days. They flat out asked Steven something, and Steven was like, "Look, bro, I can't tell y'all that. We still got to draft."
Bobby Bell says that Overshown tells us that his ability to rush on 3rd down is part of what drew the Cowboys to him. So there you go. All right, Foots. Hey, Foots. Foots the king.
Look at this. Look at this real quick. Mozzie, right? So he's picked, but he's picked with that. He's a dominant run defender, but with the thought that, hey, look, we can unlock pass rush on him. Like, don't get it twisted. He can do that. Luke Schoonmaker, he's picked, dominant run blocker.
Pass rush.
Hey man, we might be able to unlock some pass game with him. Don't just miss treat that. Then Overshown, hey man, look, we might turn him into a pass rusher. He's a dominant athlete, but look, so maybe they're picking traits guy. Well, it's Mozzie. I don't think it's just traits guy. They're picking athletes, and they're going to see if they can kind of unlock what was locked up in college.
But that's work for us though. Like these past two drafts, that's that. Like AD is a dude that I trust to do that. AD and Lunda Wells are dudes that I trust to do that. I don't know who linebacker coach. Who's linebacker coach was?
Scott. Not Tozine. McClory.
Can we say
he got demoted and then?
Can we say who it for sure worked for Voch?
Who's that?
Micah Parsons. If you remember when Micah was drafted,
yeah. So
like I think we forget Micah was a middle linebacker exclusively.
So he got better as a pass rusher, I would say then.
But this is how we worded it yesterday, Foots. If you remember on the show, we said, well, remember when Micah got picked? Jerry said, "Look, can he rush the passer?" And Dan Quinn said, "Yes." When Mozzie is staring at you at 26, I guarantee you Jerry probably looked over and said, can Mozzie rush the passer? We're picking in the first round. Dan Quinn says yes. Overshown in round 3. This is a converted safety. He's got some, he might have some time to develop as a linebacker, but can he rush the passer? I mean, I guess they're saying yes.
That's, and I think Dallas, we do have to give them the benefit of the doubt of having plans. Had a plan for Sam Williams, had a plan for Micah Parsons. 11 people passed on Micah Parsons. I don't think Micah Parsons would be the number 1 overall pick if you did a redraft.
It was so I was laughing as that was happening. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. So and I feel very strongly about the Overshown pick only because you see what he can. You see the way he runs on film. Yeah. To me.
So. I'm just looking around on the internet situation or whatever, and it don't look like Dallas about to trade back into the 3rd round or nothing like that. So we're probably done for the day. Y'all want to go ahead and
yeah, we can wrap this thing up, man.
Yeah, so we can go ahead and get into those interviews.
It's been pressure. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, it's been a lot of draft shows on the internet, man. There's a lot of places that y'all can go to kind of tune in, man. But we've been floating around 1,500 to 2,500. Like when the picks come in, we go to 2,500. But we've been steadily around 15, 16, 1,700, man. So I just want to give everybody watching a war call right now. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. We're grateful, me, Foots, Will, still, man, we put a lot of work into this thing, man. And for y'all to choose us out of all the options that y'all could be choosing to listen to, man, that really means the world to us. If we only got 3 views that don't do all that work for the year, we'd be sick as hell, you know what I mean? So appreciate y'all for being here on my side, on the A to Z side, on Foots' side when he repurposes all this and all that. I'm Vice Lombardi, of course. It's right there on the situation. That's Skywalker Steele of A to Z Dallas and Skywalker STEELE on social medias, and that's Foots the King. You're also Foots the King on YouTube now, sir.
Everything.
Shout out to y'all
on YouTube and Twitter. We appreciate y'all, man. We love y'all. We hold down for Doski Woski. Will's not in control of the board, so I ain't got a fancy outro.
I mean, I got it, but because we on here, so it might have to be like a combination of.
So just hit the button.
And
go ahead.
And
go ahead. Do the button.
Man, thanks for having me, y'all. This been crazy.
Yeah, mine. Do mine. All right, man. We gonna go ahead.
Did I hit mine? Hey, man, look, appreciate y'all for being here. It's been great.
All right, y'all. We out of here, man. Love y'all. Peace.